What the hell is going on? It froze up already. Come on, man. Bro, my shit is frozen. I don't know, y'all, but my screen is frozen, so I don't know if you see it already or anything. So I gotta look on my damn phone, see what the fuck is going on. I have a lot of windows up, a lot of videos that I want to play, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But goddamn, my shit is frozen. All right, it shows that I'm live, but it's not. All right, now, it's moving. All right, hold on one second. Peace, everybody, and thank you, Beverly. All right, for the donation. Now, let me say this right now, real quick. Now, to answer your question, Dipset, you said, Mike, please have precise questions and be prepared. Absolutely right. This conversation gets heated. I want to give a disclaimer first. I just want to say, when he basically said, I'm just giving y'all a disclaimer, and I'm going to play other videos. I have a lot of videos, so we probably be here for a while. All right? This was an actual conversation instead of like an interview. You understand what I'm saying? I hope you understand where I'm going with it. It was more of a conversation than an interview, but it got heated. So I'm just giving y'all a warning, and maybe I need to, control my temperament. And I have misquoted. I want to give everything out the way first before I press play, because we're gonna be here for a minute. I misquoted DJ Cool D. All right, but I told him, because he's gonna hit me up earlier today and say, yo, bro, where's the video? This, that, and the third. I'm like, yo, why you rushing me? Because I was actually trying to cut it, edit it and put it on Instagram. That's what I was trying to do. Why is my screen looking like that? Anyway, and let me do it. So hold on, what the fuck is going on, bro? Hold on, y'all. I don't know why I did that, but hold on. We're gonna go right in. I've been good, D. Peace to everybody. Yeah, I'm not gonna go light, but he triggered me, man. He gonna compare my talking points to Tariq Nasheed, and I'm like, that's playing with my intelligence. He's not my source of information. I fuck with Tariq Nasheed, and I agree with most of things that he say. You know what I'm saying? But he's not my source of information. Do you understand? I hope y'all understand what I'm saying. I have a lot of fucking windows up, man. Hold on, I'm sorry, everybody. Hold on, man. We're gonna get right to it now. There we go. I'm sorry. Here we go. And lastly, my audio was kind of low. It was hooked up, but for some reason it came that my shit was low. But we're gonna get right to it, man. We got a lot of videos to watch during this. All right. Let's go. Thank y'all for tuning in, and please make sure you share, goddamn it. Thank you in advance. And I start off my introduction. This is my introduction before we got started. And so I felt that I needed to try to get him on a platform. So basically, for what I get, his stance is that Black Americans created the MCing in hip hop, not b-boying or breakdancing, for those who may not know what that means or whatever, and graffiti. Right? I got that correct?
Yeah, it's graffiti, DJing, and b-boying, but yeah.
And DJing, excuse me, and DJing. We're gonna touch on all of those things. Okay? So with that being said, let me give my short introduction, very short and sweet. So I start off with my introduction by saying, is it jealousy that a group of people that has been enslaved, beaten, lynched, etc., etc., and managed to overcome and be the most dominant culture that impacts the planet. Therefore, our accomplishments as a culture is better than most cultures. Is it jealousy? That's my introduction, how we start this off. And like I told them, I have a short clip video. It's very short. This is how we're going to set it off, and we're going to give Dr. Cologne the floor. Let me just get this out the way, please. Right here, right? Let's see. We just play this real quick for those who may not seen this before. Very short and sweet.
The wild spirit, like boom, freezing that, you know what I'm saying? And then with the Godfather, hip hop, myself, Africa Bambaataa, you have what you call the Zulu Kings. I grew up watching more like the Zulu King, People was like the biggest name in B-boy, period. I mean, you couldn't find nobody better than B-boy too.
Because I'm gonna be very intricate on this one. Remember that move that you just saw too. Because I told you I got a lot of videos that I'm gonna be playing. And I'm gonna play most of this interview and I'll put up the whole thing in its entirety. That's what I'm going to do. But look at the dance moves. Look at the dance moves. We gotta make this critical, and I'm not gonna interject too much, y'all. I understand. But just look at that move. Keep that move in mind out of damn near everything. Very short and sweet. What? Keep that.
The wild spirit, like boom, freezing that, you know what I'm saying? And then with the Godfather, hip hop, myself, Africa Bambaataa, you have what you call the Zulu Kings. I grew up watching more like the Zulu King, People was like the biggest name in B-boy, period. I mean, you couldn't find nobody better than B-boy until Spy came along and rapped and moved it on track 2 of the brother. Everything, all the breaking and stuff like that was considered underground. It took Kuhlberg for everything out into the open. And that was like, say, 74, 75. All the underground stuff, all the in-house, all the four-way dances, and all the house party dances were brought out to the street. And the more they took it to the street, the more nationalities got involved in it. You know?
The more they took it to the streets, the more of nationalities got involved.
It was more Morgan Afro-American. Took to the dance.
Plain and simple is that the break dancing that the Latinos have rightfully so innovated in the later stages in hip hop, they all gave credit to where they got it from. So let me put him on the screen. Right here. The floor is yours. Let's get it.
What are we addressing? I'm not sure where we're going.
So you didn't hear what that person said, so I may have to repeat what's already said.
Yeah, no, I heard what he said. I know the movie well. Yeah. So what are we talking about? What Track said? What you showed little boy Keith opening up?
Just give me your thoughts on what's been said. What is your view on what you just heard? Period. There's no extra stuff to it. Just that.
So when we talk about what Track 2 said, I speak to Track 2 often. And Track has already issued a statement. He's already done this. It's online about his involvement in the Freshest Kids and the statement that he made there. And I've asked him point blank, okay, so you did make a statement that said that after Herc brings it out to the streets, then the other nationalities got involved. What did you mean by that? And all I could do is give you what he told me. I'm not him, right? You can most definitely speak to him. But he told me, and he told everybody, when he did the live on this explanation. And in fact, when we get off, I'll send you the link to that particular video where he issues a statement about it, right? Okay. So he issues a statement and he says, this is what I was led to believe. So I asked him the question, who led you to believe this? Who told you this? He said, people that were before me, this is what I was led to believe. I said, okay, so what changed? And he said, I went into I think he said about a 4-year research endeavor. And I said, okay. And so he just explaining to me what he did. And I said, so do you no longer hold the view that it was other nationalities got involved after Hurt brought it to the streets? Pardon me. He said, no, I don't hold that view anymore. I said, okay. So why don't you hold that view? And so he said, because when I did the research and I found out what Hurt was doing exactly, and again, it's in the video, and when Hurt brought it to the streets, you have Trixie also saying, I didn't see any Puerto Ricans until they hit the parks, until Hurt brought it to the parks. So he said, that's when I saw it. So I asked him about the dating, 74, 75. And he said, that's universal. That's universally accepted. I'm not changing that.
And around that time, how old you were? Were you like 7 or 8? Well, you was born in 69, right? So we don't give a time like that.
67.
I'm 57.
I'm 56. Yeah. I was eight. Cool, I was 8 years old. 75.
8 years old at that time. Very young. Right ahead.
Right. So I'm talking about what he said. So 74, 75, he says that's when people took it from up top, which was the burning, the rocking, to the floor dance. So in 75, what I can say, and I'll get back to that clip, but what I can say for me in 75, I remember first seeing the dance in 75 in my neighborhood and at school. It was nothing before that. Now, again, I'm not a practitioner. I'm a watcher. Okay, I'm watching this. I'm seeing this. There's no MCs yet. There's no quote unquote rapping yet. That you don't hear that yet. So I'm playing music out of my window. 8 years old, 9 years old. I'm playing Apache out.
Okay. I swear to God, I'm not going to try to interject because I want you to get everything out.
No, go ahead.
Just one question. So in that time, if you seen it for yourself, as far as the breakdancing, what was the predominant culture at that time? Was it a mixture, like a good 50-50, or it had to be a dominant and a less dominant that was there? It wasn't full because there was a lot of racial tension back then. We're going to touch on all of those things.
Sure.
Go ahead, continue.
So as far as let's go back to the freshest kids for a minute, and then we'll get back to me.
Again, I'm gonna try not to interject too much, I swear. But he did an interview with Charlie Rock, a real historian that was there from its inception, far as b-boying and break dancing, when they was doing it on concrete before they was doing it on cardboards. And he debunked, without even trying to debunk, but just correcting this so-called Dr. Derrick Cologne on the origins that Spanish people were there, but y'all was just on the sidelines. Like, it was a predominant black culture, but this is definitely up there. We're going to play some of that, but let's continue. All right. And please hit the like button and make sure y'all share.
Because I don't want to miss my point on that. Right. So that's what the explanation that Track has given. Again, I will send you that. It's on YouTube. He issues a statement. I'll send you that. And so all I could say is, according to what he said, now you also got Mr. Wiggles in that clip talking about the Zulu Kings and Beaver. So it's important to understand the Zulu Kings don't come until 1975. Late 75, 76 is when the organization is founded. Zulu Nation is not around yet. The organization is founded late 75, 76, at the death of Soul Ski. Now, how do I know this? Because Charlie Rock was at the funeral. He's close with Bambaataa. He's part of Zulu. He's part of the organization. There's no Zulu yet. And he's at the wake. And so he told me the story. And he says, there is no Zulu Nation in 75. Late 75, 76, the organization is founded in 75. The Zulu Kings are founded late 75, 76. The first is known as the 5 Zulu Masters. Okay, and these are the original guys. These are all African Americans. This is Ahmed Henderson. These are all the Zambu, all these original guys.
Predominant culture too. They're all African American, but that's the predominant culture. I just want to make that clear. But go ahead, continue.
Okay.
I'm sorry, and I promise this. I'm sorry. When you look at the Zulus, I know this probably throws some of y'all off, and I apologize. But the Zulus, that's a predominant black creation, right? And some of those Spanish was inside of the Zulu nation. Zulu, not Cholo or Chucha or Tito. Y'all was under the tutelage of an African American slash, because son was from the Caribbean, but still predominant African American culture, family. Because Bam was born and was Americanized. He was born here, and Flash was born here. So they grew up in that African American rhetoric, cultural ways, all of those things. Let's keep that shit in mind. It was not predominant Latin. And let me stop yelling. And I'm gonna try to not to interject again. I'm sorry, y'all.
So the next wave of the Zulu Kings is the 11. That's where Charlie Rock is part of the original 11. Then you have the Shaka Zulus, which have Puerto Ricans in them. And then you have the Baby Zulus, which is with Beaver, who they mentioned in The Freshest Kids. So the Baby Zulu, that's not till 78. So 75, you have TBB, you have the CC Crew. I'm sorry, TBB and South Soul. This is 75. So from 75 till 79, you have the 5 crews, which are known. So you have TBB, South Soul, the CC Crew. I'm sorry, not the CC Crew. Star Child of Rock, the CC Crew, and the Rockwell Association. These are the 5 crews. The Zulu Kings are in there too. So this is happening at the same time, around the same time. TBB, CC Crew, TBB, South Soul are before the Zulu Kings. Zulu Kings don't come out until late 75.
I have to say this. TBB is the Puerto Rican that told him, and he just said that TBB was before them, right? You got that? TBB told him, Mr. Colon, on a live stream, that Black Americans created hip hop in its entirety, and he's still running around here like a dick face, trying to claim that it was them. You see how he's saying TBB, right? Come on, family. Let's keep it pushing.
76. Okay,
were they already breaking before the Baby Zulu Kings got involved?
Yes.
Because it was breakdancing earlier than that, 70, yes. 71. So that's what I'm saying. I get what you're saying. That continue.
Yes.
Finish up.
But to answer the question, they were breaking before the Baby Zulus. But again, you had the Zulu Masters, you had the 11, they were breaking before the Baby Zulus. So this is all still Zulus, but TBB and South Soul were breaking as well. Okay, and what Trixie and them did earlier was not considered breaking, and they will say that they didn't do what was known as breaking. There is a certain essence, I'll use the word essence, to the dance that came to be known, which is up rocking, floor rocking, freezes. What Trixie and them were doing was burning. were humiliating each other doing that. You see that as well as with the rock dance. The rock dance was
that was the exception stages when they came on the floor doing the step and then stopped, and then the b-boy said that came later. That they innovated the break dancing. They took it to another level. We could say, and they had a name for it, the b-boy. It was still break dancing, but it's a b-boy. Break dancing, b-boy. It's pretty much it's synonymous. I feel that when they came along and looked at it, they just added some adobo to it and took it. Give credit when credit is due. They innovated it in its way. But as far as creating the b-boy or in my POV that they created it or it was together, I would say it was not together at first. It started with us. Y'all came and looked at it, boom, and y'all got into the culture, liked it, and y'all freaked it. Y'all did some more other shit. And we give credit where credit's due, but you can't say that we was not the innovators. And we were. Because even all your DJs, we already know about DJ Tex. You know, he's a Puerto Rican, but you know, he put that afro on, and I seen the documentary on him like a good year, some changes ago, and I forgot about him. So anyway, I'm a young bud. I'm 42, but you know, we have to keep our culture. Even Whip, DJ Whip, Disco Wiz, definitely Charlie Chase. We seen Ruby D. All of them said who their influences were, and it wasn't them. So it's like we were the influencers. They looked at the culture. They got hated for it while you fucking with them jungle bunnies and all that crazy stuff that their own people was doing because they liked the culture, which is nothing wrong with it. So if those pioneers can say where their influences come from, how is it you taking a stance going all the way around and trying to say it's totally different when they're saying it out their mouths themselves? I would like to know that.
Again, you're talking about an element of the culture that is last. You're talking about the MCs. The dominant face of the MCs was
DJs
African
as well,
American.
sir. I added DJs in there too. There's DJs in there too.
Charlie
Chase said the same goddamn thing. Go right ahead.
But that's who I'm talking about. The DJs who play for the MCs. This doesn't happen until late 76, 77. The first MC crew is Flash and the 3 MCs. That's the first time this is done. This is Keith Cowboy, Melly Mel, and Kid Creole. Grandmaster Flash is the DJ.
And just understand something. He is lying. Everything that he's saying is a total lie. And this is why I'm gonna do. And I'm glad I highlighted this quote right here. You said tell him to prove it and show us Latinos doing hip hop before that. Let me tell you what I got already pulled up. I have how Puerto Rico was in the 1940s. I have everything queued up for y'all. That's why I said we might be here for a while. Only thing I'm saying is appreciate the channel. Please show some love to the platform. Is that much hard for y'all niggas to do? But anyway, I have from the 40s, 50s, 60s what their culture was in Puerto Rico and in New York. I'm staying off of Jamaicans. A lot of us did a good job by debunking them. So I'm not even going to be touching them today. We all focus on PRs. No pun intended, no hate, no shade. I'm taking them out. We already know the truth about the Jamaicans right now. Our main focal point is the Puerto Ricans for this broadcast today. Let me just play this real quick. Again, play this again. He just shouted out the founder of TBB. Hold on, and I just pulled it up so y'all can hear it for yourselves. We're gonna get right back to it. I have a lot of fucking windows up, so please forgive me. This right here. Just listen.
Yes, sir.
Thank you much, brother, for all that you do. And
hold on. Brother, hold up right there. Mm-hmm. Thank you for being a voice, with all respects, to my Puerto Rican people in this culture.
Mm.
Puerto Ricans didn't start hip hop
Mm.
at all.
Mm-hmm.
My African American brothers created hip hop, whether it was Africa Bambaataa, DJ Kool Herc, Red Alert. Let's go back to Grandmaster Theodore. That's my boy. I was just out here with Theodore like how long ago? 5 months ago. Grandmaster Theodore. Oh my God. I was hugging him like a little boy with a big bag of toys.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, let me just say,
Yeah, understand that. And I want to give Batch, the founder of the TBB, those B-boys. That was way before this guy was even not well. While he was a little kid, he's older than this guy that we call a doctor. From what I'm hearing, he's a teacher or whatever, and that's so effed up that he's going to be teaching this shit to the younger generation. But him, Batch, the salute to him, much love to him, understanding where this come from. But he's everything that you hear out of his mouth is cap. In this interview with him, me and his it's not even an interview, it's just a dialogue. This is not an interview at all. It's just a dialogue on what he's been saying. And everything that this guy is saying is cap. It may have some little truth, tiny little truth, but the overall thing is he's trying to overshadow the contributions of the Black Americans influence. Salute to Batch, the founder. He was just talking about the TBB in 75. That was one of the first sets, okay, from the Zulus, right? Or before the Zulus, whatever. It's the whole point is, I'll play it back.
culture. Puerto Ricans didn't start hip hop at all. My African American brothers created hip hop.
And by him saying that, this clown, and I'm saying it, is going to say what he means from his point of view. He's talking about MCing. No, we talking about hip hop as a whole. He means hip hop, period. When you say hip hop, that covers all 4 to 5 elements. Let's get back to this so-called conversation. Shit. This guy is a trip, and he's the only one on the planet talking like this. It's crazy. Let's continue. Oh shit. It's crazy. Let's continue. Oh shit. Damn it. My bad. Hold on, because I do have a lot of windows. So forgive me, please. I'm gonna show you a lot of videos today. And for those respectfully, man, the Latinos, the real ones that understand, man, y'all should be ashamed of this guy. Y'all really should be ashamed of this dude. He's an embarrassment.
And then you'll get people like the Funky Four, not the Funky Four plus one more. It's just the Funky Four with Raheem as part of that crew with Sha-Rock. Okay, so those were competing groups. So when Chase and those DJs get involved with the MCs, the predominant, the leaders are African Americans. That's what they're referring to.
As far as MCing, as you say, as far as MCing, right?
As far as the MC culture, which you don't have the MC culture without the DJs.
Right. So let's go about the DJ. So the predominant force in DJing were Latinos, or you saying it was blacks? I want to know. Are you saying it was a mixture?
No, I'm not.
Which one?
I'm not saying that. I'm saying it depends on what era of the DJ you're talking about. If you're talking about the original breakbeat DJ from 75 where there's no MCs, that's begun that flavor of DJing. Keep in mind, there's DJs before Herc. There's DJs doing big sound systems, all of that before Herc. But they are not breakbeat DJs. Herc does something different from what they did. And this is universal. So it's Herc. Herc creates the merry-go-round. Herc Flash creates.
He's taking credit for the merry-go-round. He is not the first one to do the merry-go-round. That is what's been stamped and sold, packaged and sold. He has.
Who is?
It's not him.
Who's the first?
You saying he's the remember we spoke yesterday. You say he was the first DJ, knowing that he wasn't. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. And I got your boys up too. So if you want to hear from them mouths who whip and Ruby D, we can hear that too. Charlie Chase as well. Hold on, I'm trying to go to it. I'm sorry.
Go to what?
Can you hold on? Shit. And I misquoted DJ Cool D, but we know Grandmaster Flowers was one of the first ones. We got Disco Mario. It's more pioneers. And I'm gonna play something else because again, I don't want to focus on the Jamaicans, but we all know that this dude Kool Herc copied. He's seen the culture, so he had to play and adapt to the culture that was dominant and that was hip and that was cool. Because niggas was not trying to dance slow to no fucking Jamaican music. He couldn't play it because we are a get down kind of people. We get down, nigga. We break, we get down, we bust it loose. Pause. That's the flavor that we have. We not slow grinding, nigga. We do that when some old slow temptation shit come on to grab on some ass and some shit like that and get the girl that you've been wanting since high school. But we are get down kind of people. We gotta move, nigga. We can't be standing all stiff. So he just copied and he did help innovate it though in a great way. But he took from what he saw. Anyway, let's continue, man. But you know, and Cool D was way before both of them, even with the systems, the mixer, the fader, the cross fader, cross mixer, all that shit. He had all of that before them. Even what you call it, Flash and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? So I see what I see what the different coaches is trying to do, and I feel that.
We're not trying to do anything. We're saying Cool D did do that. But nobody's taking that away. Nobody's saying he didn't do that. He did do that.
There wasn't. So how can they be the founding fathers of hip hop? He's not the only one that did. So you're telling me there was no other person on the planet that did the merry-go-round?
No, that's a creation of Kool Herc. And the pioneers will tell you that. Those who went to Herc's parties, and these are people I talk to, will tell you. Kool Herc is the first one. Grand Wizard Theodore has said, the first time I ever saw anything like that was from Kool Herc. And he went to parties.
Was there any other influences? Where did DJ Kool Herc get his influence from? Because he couldn't just come here and just boom. He was a hit.
He came here with 12. We're not talking about that.
Went to all the people. Right, I'm just saying, but so it has to be an influence where he got that from. Mm-hmm. That's my whole point.
Yeah, well, there's an influence. So influence, I can see you do something and you inspire me to do what you're doing, but you don't inspire me to do it the way you're doing it. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it. So Herc is inspired by a DJ by the name of John Brown at the Plaza Tunnel. He's inspired by that. He says that. John Brown says that. Nobody's saying he wasn't. But he inspired him to become a DJ. Herc was a graffiti writer. Herc was a dancer. So he inspired him to become a DJ. Herc, on numerous occasions, has said, I created the merry-go-round. All I could do is, what can I say? What can anybody say? It's coming from him. But he definitely says he was inspired by a DJ named John Brown, no doubt. But John Brown inspired him to become a DJ, not to do what John Brown was doing. This is too early. It's 1971.
Okay. All right. So I'm not going to let it slide. We definitely going to come back to that. I promise you. Go ahead and continue because we got more to touch on. Go right ahead.
What am I? Where am I going? Where am I talking about? Because we went.
The things that, all right. Cool. All right. So now you saying the what's his name? John Griggs. You talked about the Montego. You talked about Dizzy Gillespie.
Mhm.
So you're saying because of the congos, the percussion, right? That is a Latin influence. When we know congos come from Africa, that's number one. We know about the slavery, how we went over there, all these different islands in the Caribbean. We already get that. So by those percussions on a certain get down or break beat, it's called the get down. That's what black people call it, the get down part. Just because you had the percussions in there, you want to take credit and say the Latin culture was the influence. Only if James Brown used it in a couple of songs, right? Is that his dominant sound when it comes down to funk? When it comes down to soul? Absolutely not. That percussion on certain particular songs does not describe the godfather of soul sound. That's not Latin influence. If anything for that inspiration, it's because we were tapped into our African history. Has nothing to do with Latin people at all. And I think you're trying to really squeeze that in, and it's kind of crazy that you're trying it. But go ahead, brother. It's on you.
Okay. So from Africa to the Caribbean islands, the main islands being Boriquen, which came to be later named Puerto Rico, Cuba, the Dominican Republic, and Haiti. Those islands, the one island that adapted the most of the Africanism was the island of Cuba. And so it's in the Caribbean that the conga drum is created. It is not created in Africa. The conga is a derivative of the African drum. If you know anything about drums, you would know this. Look it up. It's there, and I've spoken to countless musicians who will testify to that.
But what does that have to do with our sound?
Okay.
That shit don't got nothing to do with nothing.
You
making it seem like. I'm sorry.
So I'm just telling you the history of where the drum comes from. So from the drum, there we get to the Americas boom. We get to a place called the Palladium. This is where you have Machito and his Afro-Cubans. This is where you have, and by the way, because it's.
By the way, like I said, I have a lot of clips, and it's about to get heated in a second, y'all. It's about to get. He took me there, so I'm, maybe I need some fucking counseling or some shit. But it kind of gets a little, you know what I mean. But he kind of took me off. But let me just play this real quick though, just to debunk what he just said. Okay, let's go right here. Thank you, the messenger. All I ask is to share, hit that like button if y'all haven't hit the like button yet. Please make sure y'all show some love, donate to the platform like Beverly did. Thank you, Beverly. That's why I ain't take your sniper rifle. Okay? But I want y'all to listen to, because we're gonna talk about, he's gonna bring up Mamba. So he's still trying to revert our creation. And you just hit a song with the drum in it, and to describe that overall we was getting down to Latin music. No, nigga, what the fuck? We using a whole bunch of like European instruments and shit like that. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's like the fucking keyboard, the Akai drum machine is made in Japan. But does that mean they created hip hop? No, we put our flavor to it. Get out of here. But anyway, this is very short. I'm not playing this whole thing. 1 minute tops. And this is in Puerto Rico, Bamba, and all that shit. I have a lot of windows up, so I'm gonna be deleting it as we go along. So that's why it's probably.
I haven't heard of it even. So Bamba is the oldest genre of Puerto Rico, tracing back to our African roots. It tells the story of our ancestors. It is meant for healing. It is a time traveling genre, and it's black music. Yes, Bamba is No, actually,
I'm gonna bring that back again and let it play just a little tiny bit more, not too much. I don't want to get far off our conversation, me and his conversation. But you hear it. These are black Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico. Okay, when you talking about these damn drums, and what did she say? It's black music. I got a lot to pull the fuck up here. Let's go, pretty lady. Come on, goddamn it. All right, please don't freeze up on me now. Shit. Come on, baby. Damn, son. Come on. My shit just froze up again. All right, hold on. All right, that should do it. All right, come on, please. Damn. I might have to exit out now. But did y'all hear it?
How would you describe bomba to people who haven't heard it before or haven't heard of it? So bomba is the oldest genre of Puerto Rico, tracing back to our African roots. It tells the story of our ancestors. It is meant for healing. It is a time traveling genre, and it's black music. Yeah.
You want to leave that right there. Let's get back to what we was talking about. Let's go back. I just want y'all to understand this is from their mouths in Puerto Rico. Okay? All right, what the fuck is going on over here now? OMG. My shit kind of froze up over here. Exactly. And I'm going to show a lot of stuff. So, yeah, she finding the motherfucker too. Yeah, shit. Make me some motherfucking roast con pollos, baby. Fuck that. All right, we getting back to it. This guy. Come on, baby. It's kind of freezing up, but all right, fuck it. Yeah, coochie trap. Whatever, girl. How you know? Nah, let me stop. All right, come on. I'm gonna have to X some of these videos out. Oh my god, the wrong one. God damn. I'm sorry, everybody. All right. My god. Damn. What the fuck? There we go.
Name Machito and his Afro-Cubans. There weren't really many Afro-Cubans in the band. It was really Puerto Ricans and African Americans in that band, Machito and his Afro-Cubans, playing at the Palladium. And so the jazz players used to come from Birdland and go visit the Palladium and rock out with the Afro-Cuban people like Machito, like Tito Puente, all of the mambo dancers. And in turn, the Latin musicians would go to Birdland and rock out with them. And thus you have the connection between Dizzy Gillespie and a man named Mario Bauza. Mario Bauza, Dizzy goes to Mario and says, I want that tom-tom thing in our band.
For that one song.
Hold on, brother. He didn't know what it was called.
But for that one song, they did a lot of shows. They did some shows with each other. But that one song describes what?
What
just,
one song?
A creative song.
But what song are you talking about? Let me finish the story.
The Montego.
No, that's not even where I'm at yet.
All right, go ahead.
Before that.
He's a fucking liar. He said he's not even up to Montego yet, but he's talking about Montego. I already seen the documentary. If I need to pull it up, I'll pull it up. I seen Dizzy Gillespie speak about when he's got the Spanish Cuban player to play in his band. He's blacker than a motherfucker. Like he's the black Cuban, not light skin, not Fat Joe. Like one of the originals Cubans. I seen it.
So Dizzy goes to him. Dizzy goes to
I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find Dizzy.
Tells him I want those tom-toms. And Dizzy says, I didn't even know what they were called. They were called congas. I didn't know what they were called. I didn't know what they were, but I want those in my band. Bowser says, I got to introduce you to somebody named Chano Pozo. He introduces him to Pozo. Pozo can't even speak English. They communicate by way of, just it's a struggle to communicate with each other. And he joins the band, and then Chano comes to Dizzy. And he says, I have an idea for a song. Yeah. And he does all the sounds with his mouth. And Dizzy's like, the only thing Dizzy added was the bridge because it needed something. The song is Chano Pozo's. That is the famous song, Manteca. Manteca was a B-boy anthem. It still is. Okay? So there is the initial connection between the African-American jazz musicians and the Latino jazz musicians, where we have the sound of the Latin breaks. That's where it comes from. You could
just because they use that sound, that one song of a breakdown. Yes, there was a connection in using one particular instrument, just one out of many instruments in the goddamn band.
It was more than one.
What I'm saying is, those drums literally is an innate African sound.
Absolutely.
Plain and simple.
Absolutely.
That's the mother, the great grandmother. So just because that guy is from Cuba, and check this out. I'm sorry,
brother. He says he's African.
But there you have it.
He says he's African. Yeah, there's no argument.
African. You see how he's flip-flappy with the words? So if he's African, he's not even claiming it to be a Cuban sound. The base of salsa is African. The base of fucking all of like the Cuban sound is come on. This guy he's a fucking weirdo. And I bet you know why he claimed African. This was going right to the point I was about to make. You know why? Because them Cubans were so fucking racist. Just like the Puerto Ricans in Puerto Rico is racist as fuck. You can't tell me. I know a lot. So it seems like even I keep forgetting his first name. Well-respected Black historian, something Schomburg, that Puerto Rican. Salute to him, the godfather of Black history. You know why? Because the white Spaniards, the real Spanish, basically treated him like a nigger. So he had to find who he was. So when we talking about people can't be selective when they want to. When they want to, y'all can't be selective when y'all want to be. Hip hop culture, from its inception to this very moment, it always will be a Black American culture in its entirety. Now, if we can argue about goddamn graffiti, we can argue with that. That's cool. 1% of 100 is less. 2 + 2 is 4. Predominant Black American culture is all of it is ours, and we have to take rightful claim of it, because this is exactly what we get when you open your arms to everybody.
Bro, you listen to Derrick too much. You sound like
no. Let me say this. I was about to say
ridiculous.
No. Listen to what I'm saying, sir. No. Listen. No. Yeah, you can get mad all you want.
Sound ridiculous. Sound like a damn.
No, let me say this,
bro.
So we got wait, hold up. Yo, shut up. So you're gonna so is Tariq Nasheed is the catalyst of knowledge?
He's the catalyst of your knowledge.
How you figure that? Do you know me?
Your knowledge.
How?
You
How
sound
you
just
figure
like
that?
we have to
No,
get
I
culture.
sound like
You don't
exactly
even
how
know
I feel.
culture. You don't
Do
even know
me
the
a
culture. You're gonna gatekeep something. You don't even know it.
do me a favor. Do me a favor.
Fine.
When you look at you Puerto Rican, right? You Puerto Rican?
Absolutely.
Are you in your history? What the fuck in antiquity into now?
Keep
What
it civil,
the
brother.
fuck?
Keep it civil. Keep it civil.
I'm gonna keep it
civil.
but
There's no need to curse, bro. There's no need to curse. Keep it civil.
Nigga, you curse. I don't give a fuck who you are. I'm gonna keep it 100. So I'm trying to be respectful. I don't
So
give a
you
fuck who you
so
are.
you're gonna
But-
you got me on here
but-
so you can, I don't know what you think
no. You got mad at me and said I'm sounding like Tariq.
You are.
Created that energy, but you created the energy. Don't forget that you created this energy. I was cool. That's
Keep
your
going.
fault, bro.
Keep
Yeah,
going.
I am gonna keep going. You created my energy, so take it up, take it how it is.
Nobody saying anything against your narrative. That's the problem.
No, it's not. I'm taking your narratives, but I'm trying to have common sense. So when we look at Puerto Rican history in its antiquity, music, arts, creation, from 100 years ago to now, if we put it side by side, what would it look like, sir? What would it look like? What would be the predominant culture? Tell me, what is it over there that that's parallel to Black American culture here? I don't see it. I don't listen to Tyreek all the time. This is me. I've been in the know for a long time, sir.
We
So
about,
he is not carrying some those fucking knowledge. Salute to him, but he ain't think, come on, they ain't my my point of reference. Let me expound on that because I wanted to say, just a real short and simple, and I get right back to it. Salute to Tyreek Nasheed and all that he has done, especially with the Hitting Colors situation. And again, I'm gonna try to make this short as possible. I've been into the knowledge before I even heard of Tyreek Nasheed. My mother put me on to John Henry Clark shit when I was a young, early 20s. I wasn't even on fucking YouTube then. So don't insult my intelligence just because you be watching this nigga faithfully. But I salute Tyreek Nasheed. He definitely taught me some things, but he's not my footnote to get fucking knowledge. Don't insult me like that. But salute to Tyreek and all that he does. I'm gonna give him that because he deserves it. So this clown right here need to go hide under a rock. Fuck that nigga. Let's keep it pushing. Oh, get out of here.
We're talking about hip hop. Now you on the island of Puerto Rico. Let's keep it hip hop.
It's called culture, sir. That is culture. You grown enough to understand. I'm talking about culture because hip hop is predominantly this culture. What are you talking about? Listen, I'm trying to make sense to you.
The predominant people in graffiti were African Americans. The predominant people in DJing were African Americans. The predominant b-boys were African Americans. Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, they were. And so they were.
Who were they?
Do it. All right. Look, no. We're gonna go to a pioneer. Let's go to a pioneer. Don't hear it from me.
Go for
it. You said
go
who? I'm gonna go for it.
Go for
and watch you the same motherfuckers you use as a damn point of reference. Like this is getting weirder and weirder. But let's go. Hold on.
Go for it, man.
Yeah, I sure am. Let me pull it up. Hold up. Let's go to your pioneers respectfully. Shit, you punch your head. I'm up here sweating and shit. All right. You know what? No. Yep. I got a lot of windows up, so please.
You good, man?
Me. Principal Web conditioning. All right. Principal Web said that he. Yeah, go to that. I went to that already. Fuck it. Let's do this. Should I bring it back? We bring it back a little bit. I'm pretty sure you've seen this already. Trust me, I know you seen stuff already.
Yes.
I know.
Yeah.
So you know,
like, because you was a pioneer. That hip hop wasn't something that a lot of Puerto Ricans was doing at the time. Correct?
That is correct.
That's number one. So we don't have to go through all that. Are you going to refute that? Did you heard what Ruby D, the one of the Latin pioneers in hip hop? Did you hear what he just said?
Yeah.
That Do you? So what does that tell you? The predominant culture was what? It wasn't them.
Again, he is speaking about the MCs. He's not speaking about the culture in its entirety.
I'm gonna go to DJ Charlie Chase. I go to the DJs next. I'm gonna go to Charlie Chase because the only thing you want to do is move the goalposts.
No, we're talking about
correct. It was an experience, you know, just something that
I'm not gonna play the whole thing.
I just had to try it, you know, and
move the goalposts.
How did you get into it? Who introduced you to hip hop? What got you? Who got you rapping?
Well, you know what? I was coming from a baseball game in St. Mary's Park. And right there at Mars is where AJ and them lived. That they were playing. There was some music. I didn't know it was them. There was music there. And to be honest, you know, a nice, beautiful young lady walked by, and I followed her in. And as AJ was cutting the records, I could already envision when the next cut was coming in.
Right.
And, you know, I'm just kind of like, close your eyes and you know it was coming. And in one of those moments, I looked up and he called me over. And you know how that goes at the block parties. Once you go under the ropes, you know, you were down. You know,
AJ.
Now at this party, where was this party at?
This party was at the Moore Houses.
The Moore Houses. This
Yeah,
is
St. Mary's
project.
That's where AJ lived, 149th Street.
That's where AJ lived at. Yeah, him and Lovebug was over there.
Hey, can I tell you something real funny?
And at that party, was it mad? It was mad black people in there.
It was nothing but. It was nothing but.
Nothing but.
Nothing but. And this last one, this is very short and sweet. It's not even like 1 minute. Let me go right here. Right there. All right.
Okay.
Go to a gig that we had. Started back in 1975 in the Bronx, basically with a crew called Tom and Jerry. It was a disco DJ group. They were actually members of my band. One day, I went to the keyboards player's house to pick him up to go to a gig that we had. And when I went inside his house, he was DJing, and I had never actually seen DJing before. It was the first time I had ever seen that. And I was watching, you know, the way he was working it, the mechanics, how it was making it happen. And
let me ask you a question. The person that was on the keyboards, was he black?
That I don't know. That I don't know, and I don't know if Charlie reveals that. I'm not sure, so I'd be lying if I said I knew. I don't know. That's a good question, though. That's a great question. It is.
But all right, you heard this interview before, right? I mean, you heard this clip before.
Yeah, I did. Yes, I did.
Pretty sure everything was predominantly black. The keyboard player was black. So I'm trying to figure out where do y'all trying to come in at arguing with him? I'm trying to figure out. All right, let me pose the question.
Yeah.
Far as DJing, right?
Mm-hmm.
You telling me that there were more Latin influencers? No. Are you saying the Latin DJs influenced the black DJs?
No.
Who came up with this? So was it the other way around?
Yes. What I'm saying to you is, yes. What I'm saying to you is, listen, man. Just listen.
I am.
The DJs that played for the MCs. This is 76, 77. This is later. Those DJs and the MCs were predominantly African American with a couple of Puerto Ricans in there. This is what Ruby is talking about. This is what Chase is talking about. We are there before that with the B-boys and the writers. We're there before that.
What years you talking about before that? Tell me, what years you talking about before that?
Late 74, 75. I already said that.
And
this
who
is universally accepted.
This one what? This one what?
This is universally accepted by the pioneers. That's when this happened.
In 74.
Late 74, 75 is when the DJs start playing for the B-boys. Who were those DJs that begin doing that? It is Herc, it is Flash, it is Bam, it is Chase, it is Theodore, it is Baron and Breakout, it is Mean Gene. There's a select.
And just truth be told, the reason why I just let him go on with it, because I'm making a point, regardless of whatever he's saying, which is still cap. I'm staying definitively on the point of who was the predominant, which was us, and he still don't want to even say that they got it from us because we was the dominant on all factors. Now graffiti, I'm gonna say, I said it in this a couple of times, that graffiti, we could probably question that, but we could go to Cornbread, but he's in Philly. So if we talking about in New York, all right, maybe I don't know. There was a white boy named Mike 171. He was one of the pioneers of graffiti. So I would just say, just from my perspective, I'm not the grand fucking master of hip hop history, but I know something. I could just give my point of view and have common sense and know definitively that African Americans were the influence. And like I said, for those who's just coming in here, I have footage that I'm going to play after this so-called interview. I'm going to show how they were living, how we were living in the 40s, 50s, 60s. I'm going to take it back. I'm going to play the dances, all that. I got something queued up nice for y'all. And I'm not calling him doctor. Derrick he's watching right now. He's in the cut watching right now. He's in the live. And to let y'all know, this was pre-recorded yesterday. We did this dialogue. This is not an interview, it's a dialogue, as y'all can see. This was done yesterday. All right? But at the end of the day, I let him get away. I let him say it for the simple fact that I'm trying to make a definitive point that we are and were the dominant culture, and they copied. Point blank period on how y'all may assess my response. I knew what I was doing.
Few DJs that are playing for these B-boys, these breaks. African American and Caribbean and Puerto Ricans. Disco Wiz.
Listen to what I'm trying to tell you.
Yes, sir.
If you do a ratio, if you want to compare how many Latins to blacks, what would be the number? Because it seemed like
yes,
because there's one or two.
And what element?
There's only one of y'all niggas in there. Like, how much you trying to eat? How much you trying to eat off the plate? There's only one of y'all, and damn near every predominant black group.
But what element are you referring to?
It is like y'all was the most. Y'all put the damn lorries on the chicken like y'all was the main ingredient. No, you weren't. You was just inside of the shit that we was already doing.
What element? But what element are you referring to? That's important.
All right, let me ask this question like I asked China Mac, and I blew his ass out the water. Is hip hop African American culture, Black American culture? Is it our culture or it's all of ours? I want to know that.
Hip hop has four elements: graffiti, DJing, b-boying, and MCing. Three of those elements are multicultural facts. The last element is completely African American facts.
No, it's
you
not.
wrestle with it if you want to.
Sir. You're wrestling with it, not me. You're the one that's trying to go over on every platform preaching some fictitious.
Is graffiti created by black people?
We included that. That's why I said that's questionable. Okay. I'm not arguing with that. I said that at the beginning. I'm not arguing the graffiti.
What about the DJs?
I'm talking about the culture. Period. Was Latinos when y'all came to New York, in the Caribbeans when y'all came to New York, right?
We've been in New York, bro.
I know, in and out since the early 1900s. I did the history, but it was only to come here to work, and some stayed. I know, so you have to tell me, but at the end of the day, the difference is, even from then to right now, what was the predominant, and we was here before y'all. So we was here before y'all even got here. So that's number one. We're not getting into that. I'm talking about the predominant culture.
Were we in the Bronx?
The predominant culture.
Were we in the Bronx? Generations already in the 70s.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying.
Were we in the Bronx for generations already in the 70s, by the time the 70s come? The answer is yes.
Blacks was there in New York.
I'm not talking about the
1800s. Right, right, but I'm talking about my people as well, sir.
Of course.
It ain't about just your people.
Of course.
So,
no, it's not.
What I'm saying is how y'all act. Like, if you look at the Puerto Rican today, the majority of y'all act like black people. Not saying that y'all not black, but sometimes y'all want to be black when y'all want to.
Just answered your question. We are black.
But still different culturally, sir. I'm talking about the eating habits and how you act, how you dress. What the hell is you talking about, bro? That's
wow, man.
What I'm saying, something that's wrong?
No, I mean, you're voicing your opinion. You're
voicing your opinion. It's fact. It's African American culture, sir. I'm taking out the African. It's Black American culture.
Okay,
but once again, culture and influence on how your expression, how you talk, everything.
Once again,
that's my people. Sir.
Name the elements of the. Once again, name the elements of the culture for me. Name them.
What, you talking about? Hip hop, break dancing, DJing, graffiti, MCing, and fifth is knowledge. And who was giving the knowledge? Us.
First comes. Hold on. First comes graffiti. In this order. Next comes the DJs that play the breaks for the B-boys and the B-boys. Those three are multicultural all day long.
No. Who taught DJ Tex Hollywood how to DJ? Who was he under before he even started DJing? It was Mario, correct? Who was Charlie Chase? Who was Charlie Chase influenced by? Who was the rest? All of these people, who were the influence? It was influenced by somebody else's culture that happens to be Black American, sir. What the hell are you talking about?
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. There is no problem. This is the reputation that people have of me. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying that is true. But what I'm saying is that doesn't happen until you get to the era of the MCs. That's 76, 77. Before that, that's not happening. The DJs before that were Black and Caribbean and Puerto Ricans.
When it started initial in 74, 75, like you said, how many Puerto Rican DJs there were, sir?
Oh, no.
How many?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
So, but it was still a predominant Black culture. So what the hell is you talking about? It's still predominantly Black American, sir. Are you listening to yourself?
Culture, but is it predominantly, who are the ones who start this? It is a Caribbean, Caribbeans. No. We listen, no. I let you, because we've been debunked that. I don't want to go down that road again. Look, I did that on Cool Herc shit plenty of times, sir. We talking about y'all. People who watch my show, they already know. So I don't care. I'm not worried about that. I'm talking about y'all. Are not doing what Herc does. Herc does something different. Flash does something different.
DJ Cool Herc can't even scratch for shit.
We're not talking about.
He was a terrible DJ, sir.
We're not talking about scratching.
He can switch the songs right. None of that.
We're not talking about that.
The B-boys. let's go to Cool Herc. I just wanted to do this real quick. Let's go to Cool Herc. Very short and sweet. Hopefully this shit don't fucking freeze up on me. But let's go to DJ Cool Herc real quick. It's very short and sweet, y'all. Very short and sweet. We bring it back a little bit. Very short and sweet. 56 seconds. 56 seconds. Right here. All right.
90% of hip hop to Jamaica. Jamaica gave birth to hip hop.
P-Rock and Busta Rhymes seem like they trying to make it like Kool Herc brought Jamaican culture over here and converted us into Jamaican culture and it became hip-hop. It's just the opposite. What really happened is Kool Herc came over here and we converted him to African-American culture and he got Americanized and then he created hip-hop music by catering to what we wanted to hear.
And I'm start getting, I say, more Americanized, more hip, and seeing how people react and dancing, you know, and literally, you know, I'm picking up the gripes from the audience.
Kool Herc came over here and we converted him to African American culture and he got Americanized and then he created hip hop music.
I'm gonna bring it back. Look how he's dressing in that. Coke LaRock is the main one that helped him get dressed, that Americanized him. These niggas came over here looking like John Wayne. He came over, and I got a video of how the Puerto Ricans was looking and what they was listening to in 1970s in New York. I told you I got it lined up for you. But do you understand what I'm talking about? These motherfuckers come here and see the flavor, and they want to take it. And since we are open armed people and welcoming, like, oh man, you cool, man. Come on, man. Hang out with us, but you gotta dress like us. You can't be looking like that, homie. You can't be you can't be talking like that either. To be down with us, you gotta dress like this. You gotta talk like this. And this is what we do to get down. This is how we break dance. This is our slang. This is how we talk. This is how we dress the standard third. And now these niggas are so fully black Americanized. See, when you say Americanized, you have to differentiate that shit. Because white America is a total different way of thinking, grooving, moving, talking. All of that is totally different. So we have to definitively categorize this shit. Black Americanized. Okay? I'll leave that shit right there. Let's keep it moving. I'll bring it back a little bit. It's very short. Man, these niggas is weirdos. And I hope you are listening, Mr. Cologne, because you ain't no doctor.
I say more Americanized, more hip, and seeing how people react and dancing, you know, and literally, you know, I'm picking up the gripes from the audience.
Kool Herc came over here and we converted him to African American culture and he got Americanized and then he created hip hop music by catering to what we wanted to hear. But my understanding is even old interviews from the 80s where Kool Herc was talking and he said that when he tried to bring reggae to the Bronx teenagers rejected.
I'm gonna give.
Long story short, I'm gonna pull up some other stuff, but we know that he wasn't the first one to do the merry-go-round. He learned, he got Americanized. He didn't come over here with no goddamn 2 turntables. He had to buy that shit. DJ Kool D was before all them niggas. African Bambaataa got his system from Kool D. DJ Disco Mario, before he even got his own equipment, he was using Kool D shit. And I think he's on the Tom Rick Nasheed's documentary. I can't wait for that shit to come on. I can't wait to see that. I'm gonna watch that shit because he definitely got the pioneers in there. Let's keep it pushing, man. Let's keep it pushing. Because this shit is long. And this is like another hour and a half. A good hour and a half. I don't want to play this whole thing. I'll put up the full video soon. I just want to, to add on to what I didn't say in this thing. It was more of a conversation and just trying to get to the point. He's saying all this extra shit for nothing, all of it for nothing, and all of the contributors and Latin pioneers for them being first to be in my culture, our culture. I'm gonna leave it there. Let's go. He needed a place to go, and that wasn't the only. He wasn't the only one, but he was one of the ones.
How do you know this? How do you know all this stuff?
How do you know all this? Because you're older than me.
How do you know this? I lived it.
I know.
How do you know it?
Who gives a fuck about what I'm? So you telling me what I'm saying is absolutely.
How do you know this? Who told you this?
Here's the question. Am I wrong?
Where'd you get it from?
Am I wrong?
Yeah, you're wrong. Where'd you get it from?
What am I wrong about? What am I wrong about?
Bro, you said so many things. You
should
don't
know though.
listen. You refuse to get any information from me because I'm why? Is it because I'm Puerto Rican? Is that why you won't take what I'm saying?
No, I'm just going to defend my culture, sir.
My fault.
I'm not going to let you run around and just trying to like crowbar your way.
Nobody's
and
doing
just
that.
But if you saying that with the 74,
I don't know why you're saying that. I'm not doing that. I'm not even teaching that. That's the farthest thing from what I'm teaching. I'm not teaching that. So I don't know where people are getting this from.
When you already said it, bro.
Said what?
Was it when y'all 74, 75, right?
Yes.
When y'all made it clear that this is a new form, or this is what you call hip hop in there, and then there's a DJ and an MC, right? Or before there was an MC.
No. 74, 75 is the breakbeat DJ and the B-boys. The MCs do not come until late 76, 77. This is worlds apart. Worlds apart.
All right. So before, when it was just the B-boy and the DJ, was it dominantly African American? I got the years mixed up. I apologize for that error. I stand corrected. Who was the predominant DJs at that time when it was DJing and B-boying?
But my question to you is
predominantly, not just one person, sir. I'm talking about predominant, man.
Who is the DJ that begins this for the B-boys? Who is that? Let's get that. We got to answer that question first. Who is that?
They say it's Kool Herc because of the B-boys needed somewhere to go. But there were other places. They say even DJ Mario, he played disco, but he also played the get down beats, breaks as well. So he wasn't the only one that was doing these things.
What year is this? What year is Mario doing this?
This has to be this is the late 70s.
Late 70s. Yes.
Let me be honest about this. It's important part right here. I may have gotten the years mixed up. Okay, I may have the years mixed up, and I did misquote DJ Kool D, but if I'm not mistaken, he was one of the ones as well that did the merry-go-round. But there's many others who have done it. There's other DJs that have done who kept the loop, like loop in the break, the get down part or the breaks. Kool Herc is not the only one. Those three people, Flash, Herc, and Bambaataa, they concocted this shit for themselves. And it was something, and I really feel like they did that because they were like outsiders. And they was not the predominant. They had to be Black Americanized to fit in and take the elements of what we did, and they needed to claim that shit for themselves. I really, wholeheartedly feel this is what all three of them did, and it worked.
Yes, he's not doing this.
Mid is 75.
Huh?
Hold on.
He's not doing this before.
Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. What was your issue with DJ Phase?
I don't
what was your issue with DJ Phase?
I'm sorry. Say it again, bro.
You had some things to say about the things that he was saying.
Right.
And he's older than you. So from a person that they still call a young blood. Hold on. That was only just one error I made, sir. What's your name? What is that? Las Vegas? Is that? Hold on. I mean, and I understand that, but I will say that was the only part where it was incorrect. That's all. This one specific thing was only incorrect. So I mean, if you want to judge me by that, understandably, but shit, that was only one. Okay, and kiss my. Is he older than you, or you older than him? From what I'm there, he's older than you. So how can you tell him about his story for what he's seen in the midst of that? So what makes you better than him? What makes you better? And he was there, and he's older than you. How can a young nigga tell a grown man how it was? Let's talk about that.
I'll say this. Nothing makes me better than him, and that was far from my that wasn't what I set out to do. That's my elder. I tried to be respectful to him. I've tried to have conversations with him, and it's always a very negative. I've asked him, can we talk like men? Can we just talk? And there's been no reception. He doesn't want to do that. Okay. My problem with what he's saying, I don't have a problem with him. It's what he's saying is that Mario begins extending the break beats in 1971. Now, everybody, I'm not there. You're right. I'm not there. He says he's there. He's about 8 years old. He says he's there. Okay, I get it.
And how old you were when he was 8 years old?
I'm sorry?
How old were you at the time when DJ FaZe was 8 years old?
71, 71. I'm 67, 68, 69, 70, 71. I'm 4 years old.
Like four?
Yeah.
4. Okay, so you
he's saying stuff. So as an investigator, I have to ask questions of other people that were there, that lived in Bronxdale along with him, that are older than him. And they have said, Mario was not doing that in 1971. He don't start doing that until the mid to late 70s. So FaZe is really the only one that continues that story. Nobody else validates that story. It's FaZe.
There's plenty of people defending that and talking about John Brown as well, who was the real influence of DJ Kool Herc. And what this dude's saying, none of these people, we got Charlie Chase, we got DJ Whipple Whip, we got DJ Wiz. Hold on, let me get it together. Let me get it right. DJ Whipple Whip, we got Disco Wiz, we got Charlie Chase, we got Batch from the TBB. A lot of these Latin pioneers is not talking about anything that this man is saying. This guy is the only Latin guy on the planet that's running around here, and I already know that Tariq Nasheed wanted to do an interview with him, and I have that queued up as well too. That he even tried to go to Florida, to Orlando where he was, and all of that stuff. And this guy gave him the runaround, but he wanted to do an interview with me. I didn't know this until last night, after I did this little dialogue with him when Tariq went on. You understand what I'm saying? So this guy been running around here, ducking and dodging to get on one of the biggest documentaries that's about to come out, and you running around here making your rounds on different platforms. Why are you ducking and dodging this most important documentary that's about to debunk everything that you stood for? Oh, you didn't want to look stupid on that DVD. We get it now. That's all. But look, do y'all want to see the rest of this? Press 1, because we still got some ways to go. Or press 2, I can get into the other things that I was going to play, far as how Latin culture was in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And I got some more other videos that's going to debunk a lot of what the Puerto Ricans has been saying. And I always go by the majority rule. So if you want me to keep going, press 1, 2 for no. God damn it! All right, I see a lot of ones. All right, man, let's go, man.
Listen, it is what it is, but it's not 1971. That's not happening in 71. It's not happening. He's not doing that in 71. Mario doesn't even get his own equipment until 77. He's playing on D's equipment.
Yeah, he was using DJ Kool D's system, and just like African Bambaataa got his system from Cool D too. Cool D was before all of these dudes, and even he said that he did the merry-go-round, and I'm not just putting words in his mouth. And he was playing music. He wasn't no damn. Say that again now.
Who said he was doing the merry-go-round?
Cool D. DJ Cool D. Okay.
Never heard him
and
say that.
And I'll let you go after this. And again, they saying flash, and like you even mentioned yesterday, people say it's Tyrone the mixologist. Why wouldn't it be him?
Well,
if these people were still before them, and Flash stole somebody else's grandmaster name, so he was influenced.
Well, we don't know if he stole the name. We know what people are saying about him. I don't know if he stole.
So he came up with the name first, right?
No,
he came up with the grand.
No,
all right,
grandmasters, of course.
Go right ahead. So
go
ahead. He stole it from Grandmaster Flowers. Shout out to Brooklyn.
Just are definitely early DJs. D is from Fantasia in Brooklyn, and he has said those Brooklyn DJs were not hip hop. Hip hop is the Bronx. But D has said, okay, and people that know D, that know him, that watched him play, will say he was not doing. Did he have a sound system that was spectacular? Absolutely. Did he play in park jams? Absolutely. Was he doing the break beats and extending the breaks? No, he wasn't. Was he playing those rare grooves? Absolutely. He just wasn't doing that. As far as Flash, hold on. As far as Flash, Flash creates something that was not created before, which is the quick mix theory. That's what he does. Okay, he does that. And everybody can attest to the fact Flash is the architect of the quick mix theory. Nobody's doing what Flash did. Nobody.
Right. So, no, and like I said, he created it.
So let me talk about Tyrone. So I watched an interview with Tyrone where Tyrone says, I'm the inventor of the scratch. Okay, listen, Tyrone, I take you at your word. You know, that's what you're saying. But then I see another interview where you got DJ Smokey and the Smokatrons, and they're interviewing DJ Smokey. And DJ Smokey says, I invented the scratch in 1972. Tyrone says he did it in 73. Okay, cool. We got two guys who saying they invented the scratch. But then you got Flash who's saying, I am the foundation of the formula. Theodore is the one who takes the formula and does something totally different with it. This is after
all that stuff.
So my problem is, okay, he's saying he invented the scratch. He's saying he invented the scratch. Have they sat together and talked about what? So when I listened to Smokey explain what because they asked him, what do you mean? He said, we used to play in the summertime outside. And when the record would get under the sun, it would warp. And as it was warping, it would create a scratch sound. Brother, that's not the same thing. That's not scratching. I don't know where you get warping of a record, the scratch sound. That's not taking the record with your DJs were not touching the record with their hands at that time. Flash is the one that does.
Right. They didn't want to get no prints on it, no nothing. But the Grand Mixer DXT, he God bless Tyrone mixologist. Let me give him a moment of silence real quick. God bless. And he basically explained when this fucking fly is just this one fly. And he is not, he been in for like 2 days. One little fly. Hell yeah. But he explained how he heard what he saw with his own eyes, Tyrone the mixologist like scratch. It wasn't like a but it was like a
cueing of the record.
Yeah. So it's always an inception, and then there's always somebody that take that baton and just take it out of it. So I think that's what Flash did. And you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people who have different views in history at that time on what they consider what hip hop to be to them. You know what I mean? They go by their own way of living, and it's in different boroughs and shit like that. So,
well, I
you know,
think
it's different.
if I can just address the Flash thing, I think what's different with Flash is, you know, on Ebro in the morning, Flash actually did when he did the Get Down, and he goes.
Look, regardless of the fact, Tyrone the mixologist, and I'm gonna play something with them as well. He was one of the innovators of that, if not the founder of the scratching. But Grandmaster Flash took it and made his own formula out of it. But that don't mean he created it. He just took something that was already done. That was already that. These are the points that we're trying to make. This is the point we're trying to make. Rather he the white man created basketball, and look what we did with the basketball. Look what we can do. Okay, so we innovated it. We took it to another stratosphere, but we can't deny that basketball is a white man's game. Y'all got me? So everything that they kind of took and revised and took it somewhere else for the betterment of hip hop, that's cool. You get your credit, but it's a Black American man's game. You got me? Or culture. I hope y'all got that. Let's continue.
Through this whole long with the tables, and they want to know.
Yeah, I see that some years back. Yep.
The crayon and all that. So he's coming at it from a scientific view. He's a geek. He's a scientist. So he's taking it and rotating it back 6 times to catch that break the way it was. I mean, smooth, bam, bam. Right. Nobody's doing that. He came up with that he didn't see anybody do that. He comes up with that concept by himself because he's a geek. He's figuring this stuff out. This is how long it's going to take me to get it back to this area. I'm going to mark it so I know it's that area. He didn't see nobody else do that. That's him.
Right.
Okay, so I got to give credit to where credit is.
We're gonna give him his credit. Yeah, absolutely. What I say is we're gonna give credit where credit is absolutely due. I just say at the end of the day, they are grandfathers, they are fathers of hip hop. There's a lot of people who that influence or help innovate what we call hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Because we know this shit came out of poverty. You know what I mean? Like the way it was looking, it was crazy. You know what I'm saying? They took everything out of the classes. You know what I'm saying? So we had to make something out of nothing. And I just feel like really, and I'm gonna speak my mind when I say this, I feel that us as Black Americans tend to be the stepping stool for everybody's success or culture or to get ahead. And this has been done for a long time before hip hop was even created. So when we see that all of the genres, you look up jazz, you see none but white motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? We took rock and roll, hard to get in the rock and roll Hall of Fame. Took years for Chuck Berry to get in there and Little Richard, so for so on. I say all that to say is that when you be nice or open arms, you know the saying, a person that's a good person, they get ran over. That's what I feel about our culture, period. Because it's like we have no rights to anything when we are the predominant. We are the predominant. We are the predominant culture, especially in this music thing. Culturally.
Yes. Musically, yes. Yes.
Musically,
yes.
Not only musically. We could go way beyond. The cell phone that you're using, that's a Black American who created that cell phone. The goddamn air conditioner, the goddamn traffic light. I could keep going. Cars, the chair your ass is sitting in.
Well,
way innovative.
We can't say I'm using because the cell phone I'm using is an iPhone, and that wasn't
We talking about digital phones, sir. We not playing semantics. We talking about the digital cell phone, period. Because they innovated to the iPhone, sir. Come on now. We not doing that.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It innovated to the iPhone. Really? Come on, man. Come on, man.
So there wasn't no cell phones back then in the 80s, sir?
Of course.
Do you wanna what did you get at? So you're trying to say that a Black American man did not create the cell phone, sir?
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying, and you saying all this extra stuff.
I'm being funny. I'm saying the iPhone was created by Steve Jobs. I'm just being funny. That's all I'm being funny. Listen.
No. It's not. No. Let me say. It's not. What I'm saying is, it's not just.
Give me a minute. Let me stay.
We people down to the fucking music.
The music from jazz, rock and roll, all of it created by African Americans. No doubt about it. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
No doubt about it. Nobody's saying that. What I'm saying, the inventions, some of the greatest inventions, African Americans. First heart surgery, Vivian Thomas, African American. Okay, I understand all that, and I know that, and nobody should take that away. Nobody. What I'm saying
many more. It's hundreds more.
Hundreds more.
Yes.
No doubt.
Yes.
What I'm saying is, in the climate of the Bronx, in the 1970s, there was a urban subculture that was created. And the first three elements of that subculture, which don't happen right after graffiti predates the DJ. The DJ predates the B-boy. The B-boy predates the MC. They all predate each other, even if it's by 2 years. The DJ and the B-boy, though, are the closest. What I'm saying is those three elements are multicultural.
The nucleus of it is
I'm saying, look at the artistry.
I got you, but the nucleus, it's like the seed, then the root, then the tree. We are the seed, the roots. Y'all are the branches, bro.
Are we part of the tree? Whoa. The seed
you are
is
part of the tree.
The seed
we are
is
the
part of the
nucleus.
tree. So we're part of the seed.
Only thing I'm trying to tell you, sir, this piece of crap is trying his hardest to not give us credit. This is all it's boiled down to. I don't give a fuck about all the names that you can debunk everything that he's saying, regardless of what it is. And let me not say forget all of that, no, because it's very important. However, we all know the truth. I'm just trying to get this man to identify that, regardless if you feel that DJing and b-boying was a mixed creation. I'm trying to get him to understand that the predominant culture, the dominant force of culture of that breaking was predominantly created by Black Americans. He's trying to say because they were involved in that Black American creation that it was created by all of us. No. So that's what he's trying to do. Regardless of all the shit that he's saying, that's his point. But he's trying to make sure that he do not say that it was predominantly your creation and we liked it, so we joined because you let us in and we had fun with y'all. This is all, come on, fam. This is crazy. What only thing I'm saying is the foundation of it, however you cut it, slice it, or sell it.
What element are you talking about?
However why you keep asking me to say shit? I'm talking about everything that you saying.
You got to talk about the elements individually. When you look at the element of graffiti, that's not created by an African American.
Listen, b-boying, right? Breakdancing is Black American, right? Then b-boying, that came the infusion of Crazy Legs and the rest of them niggas, right? Or some Latins, right?
No.
When was breakdancing predominantly African American? It never was. It wasn't before b-boying, right? When it was breakdancing, right? Like as you. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring it back because this is gonna be confusing. Y'all gonna look at me like I'm fucking crazy. The reason why I put it in that form is because he's trying to make a difference between the breaking when the blacks was doing it and what with the Puerto Ricans was doing. It was still the same thing. They just did extra moves to it. So it may sound confusing. I'm saying it because he made it that way, but then play the game as if there are two different things. It's just weird how he trying to manipulate the conversation. Say I'm quoting you.
Breaking is b-boying. I'm confused by breaking is b-boying. It's the same thing.
I know that. I'm trying to.
Okay, go.
How they was doing it up in your face and doing all that, trying to play you. What do you call that? Burning?
That's
what do you call that?
That's rocking and burning. Yes.
Is it still considered breakdancing?
No.
Is it still considered?
No, it's not.
By whose definition? Yours?
By
whose definition?
No, not by mine. By the practitioners. The practitioners themselves will tell you.
I heard the word play, right? It's word. All right. So the b-boy, is that a derivative from what I was just showing you up in your face and doing that? It's a derivative, sir. It derived. You had to get a influence. Just precursor. So this is what I'm saying. The influence. Was it predominantly Black American? Did it stem from a Black?
No.
Ooh.
It doesn't.
So
who's doing it in 1968? Who's doing it in 1968? Who's doing this? Who's rocking?
We could go back further than that, and it's all. Can you show me something from? And I mean this in all due respect, no disrespect. I swear to God, this is from a sincere place. Is there any footage from the early 1900s until now of any Hispanic from any culture, in any Hispanic places that has done the shit that we have done here that's on film that can tell you these are the derivatives where we get our moves from? Is there any footage that can compare to the Mills Brothers and that goes all the way to the 40s, the 30s, the 20s? Beyond that, is there footage of y'all doing that, or the Latin dude that's supposed to do the moonwalk, right? Which is so.
No, I don't know about the moonwalk, but yes, there is.
All right, you better look that up then.
Yeah, no, I saw that. I don't.
Is there any footage of even Jamaicans or Hispanics that can compare side by side? Is there any footage of that? That's all I want to know.
Yes, Mambo Madness. Mambo Madness. Look up the documentary called Mambo Madness, and you will see.
Mambo Madness is a mixture of freaking dances. The mambo or mamba.
No,
Mambo. It's a mixture. A mixture. It's not a predominant. It's a mixture in the soul of it. Just like the dude said with the drums. It started from Africa. Then the soul, they come to the horns and shit like that. I seen this shit.
If there was footage. You asked me if there was old footage of us doing that.
And you see how you knew that he knew that I knew what I was saying. I seen the short little clip of, and I might play it. All depends of the Mambo Madness. It was just these. It was a music shit like a mixture of different cultures, and he brought it to New York. And this was in the 70s or whatever. This one little bullshit ass clip that he's saying that can show a comparison from their culture to ours. This one mamba shit that's infused with Latin and African and some other I think rock or whatever. It's just a mixture. It's not even a predominant culture. It's all mixed in one that created mamba and even just like salsa. The dude was on the stage with the Afro Latinos that's on the drums and on the marachas and this that and the third. The only thing he was saying. He started with the Afro Latino man on the drums, and he started with the drums. And he's like, that's the soul. Hear the drums, and then that started from Africa, the drums. And then he points to the guy with the horns. He said, well, this is the soul. And he start blowing the horns and such, and then the maraca, and then the piano. Then that shit is, respectfully, that shit is trash compared to the shit that I'm about to show y'all in a minute. Are you serious, Dr. Colon? And I know you listening. That bullshit that you talking about, that's one compared to, watch what I say after this. And so I'm talking about breaking stuff. You moving the goalpost. I know exactly what I said. I'm talking about.
Then what you're talking about in the 30s and the 40s, that's not breaking either. If Mambo's not breaking and they're going to the floor, then that's not breaking. And that's not breaking.
What is it?
Bro, you
what is it?
To the beat. You break to the breaks. There's no breaks. There's no DJs.
There's moves that they was doing then that's been done already into this day. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? There's so many of the same similar moves hitting the floor. Even the swing is crazy. That I don't know how they did the swing. That's a neck break waiting to happen. But at the end of the day, we have a overwhelming amount of documentation to prove. We have an overwhelming amount of archived documentation or evidence to prove we are the inception of this.
You started out by showing, hold on. You started out by.
I'm telling y'all, look, only thing he's going to do is keep moving the goalposts. I want to move along. I'm not I'm trying to hide anything that's there. I'm gonna put up this full interview. Non-edit, no edit, no nothing to it. This guy just literally goes and beats around the bush. He has no merit. He has no concrete evidence. None of that. It's true that some Puerto Ricans were b-boying, and some were DJing, and some were rapping, but the Black Americans was the influence to that. And he's trying to say when Kool Herc, when the so-called invented hip hop, this and the third, that when they determined this is hip hop, Puerto Ricans was there, then they go by that as if they were 50-50 or it was like a 50-50 creation, when it wasn't, because before you name something, it's already invented. Just like when it was breaking, when the Spades was breaking, Charlie Rock and them doing, breaking it on the floor with no cardboard, straight concrete, fucking they back up, ripping their jeans, all types of shit, hurting themselves and all types of shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? This was before they even call it break dancing, or when it evolved to b-boying. It was already here before it was really named, before it got its full name. Just like in 73, they're trying to say August 11, 1973, hip-hop was born. But hip-hop was already there before 73 and all of that. Y'all get what I'm saying? The inception is Black American. That's the whole point. But they're not trying to give us credit. I don't want to play no more. I hate to say that, just on my life, I'm not hiding anything. Nothing went wrong, or I will put this shit back up. You know what? Let me play this part, because I don't want y'all to think like, oh, whatever y'all may think. And this thing, I know he watches, so he might like, see, he try to, you know what I mean? Because he say he's going to debunk me, because I told him in the DM before I went live, because he hit me, and I'm like, yo, son, don't talk to me again or nothing like that. Like I don't. He said, I thought we was cool. No, we ain't fucking cool. You try to, do my culture like that and try to erase what we have done and all that stuff. I don't fuck with you. No, we ain't cool. We ain't friends, nigga. Thank you for the conversation. But I said a little bit more than that. It was well constructed. I'm just going off the top right now. But like, I'm not fucking with you. I don't want to be your friend. For what? Fuck, I'm gonna be your friend for? We is not cool, and I'm not trying to make sure that we cool. Fuck that. Check out what this pioneer said.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Microsoft Office and much more.
Make things back. All right, so shut the.
So whoever for the clicks.
Right.
The only people who wore swastikas were the Gestapos. The Gestapos were the enforcers of every gang. So every gang had patches that had the swastika on it. It was the Savage Rose, the Black Spades, the White Gang. They all had certain members who wore the swastika. It was a menacing symbol. It had nothing to do with racism from the Puerto Ricans against the blacks.
That's fine. Hey, cool. Hey, cool. Look. Thank you for the history
just
lesson.
admit you were wrong. You can't even do that. You can't even do that. Come on, man.
Sorry that you are in your feelings, but
I'm not.
That is concerned. Let me answer that. As far as the swastika, okay, maybe I could have misrepresented that, but still, on top of that, having that symbol, what that symbol symbolizes.
Yes.
You try to make things simplistic. All right, so shut the.
So whoever wore that symbol was wrong.
This is even better. This is even better because you're gonna deny this too. Why you deny this shit too? Why you try to deny this shit too? We is not gonna let you just take our culture and fucking ride the coattail, nigga. Take your position. Nah, because it comes to the point where you gotta be firm. Nigga, stay in your place, man.
I just explained to you the swastika.
Y'all have to stay in your place. I don't want to hear that shit, but check out what your man said. Check out what this pioneer said.
Go ahead.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
Microsoft Office and much more. Our 50% off discount will be ending soon, so be sure to text us "Need Software" to 323-405-1341. That's 323.
Puerto Ricans approach y'all and be like, so let me ask you something. Let me ask you, did y'all ever have any like Puerto Ricans approach y'all and be like, why y'all fucking with that Moreno music? Why you fucking with those cocolos?
Yes.
You know, I never got that, but I know Disco Wiz got that.
Ruby D said he did. Let me hear about that, Ruby.
Play a little bit of it.
You like that? Why you like the Moreno music? That nigga music.
Well, from
those fucking cocolos.
From the very beginning, los cocolos.
You know how it goes.
That fucking work.
With protein.
Tell me about that. Tell me about
from the very
almost being persecuted by your people.
When I told you guys that I came out of
black music.
Yes. Somebody once told me once it was called hip hop. Somebody said, "Man, you going back to do one of those hippity hop movies?" I was like, "What? Hippity hop?"
Now, I didn't play the whole thing, but I want for those who, I'm pretty sure a lot of y'all know in here. I see a lot of y'all, I see y'all comments in here. Y'all definitely have some knowledge. I might open a panel at the end, but I want to get all these other videos out the way too. But for those who may not know, and he's a legend too, Van Silk, but we not talking, and Lord Jamar, give him his respect. But we talking about Latin pioneers. This is a Latin pioneer, DJ Whipplewhip, and Ruby D. These guys is telling the truth. This is the only clown, and I really think he have, I don't know. I know my screws is loose. I know I'm a special case. I can admit that and don't give a fuck. But this nigga, I think he's autistic, but he could just speak well. And no pun intended, no disrespect to those who are diagnosed with that. I think something is really wrong with this guy, like a real deficiency, a mental illness going on here, a chemical imbalance. Because he's the only one going on tour talking this crap. This nigga's the only one. And the pioneers is telling the truth. And this little turd was a baby at the time. This nigga on drugs, man.
Wow. Never heard it like that.
You hear a lot of
long drawn out because it's pretty long. It's almost what I'll just say. Even the first rap pioneer Hispanic rapper Ruby D and many others, a few others, I'll say that blacks and Puerto Ricans was killing each other, and I'm gonna pull that up too so I can make sure you hear it verbatim right after this. But The Hispanics did not want their kids hanging with black kids, hanging with them jungle bunnies, that jungle music, those niggers.
Bro, where you from?
There are plenty of stories that happen. So especially if
black people were killing black people were killing Spanish people, Spanish people were killing black people, Spanish people.
Okay, we know
that's just life. That's human. That's the heart,
it
bro.
is.
That's the human heart. It's dark.
Yes. But we are a different people. We more welcome we more open to other cultures than anybody else. This is why I asked join, because we open our arms.
Join?
That's the difference.
When was the invitation?
That is the difference between my culture and your culture.
When was the invitation given? Who invited us? Who invited
you playing
us?
semantics, bro. You playing semantics. I'm not going for those who watch this. For those who watch this, gets it. So I'm not going to jump out the window anymore. I jumped out the window quite a few.
Yeah, you
and
did.
I got out of character. And I'll do it again.
Because you're making statements that are false.
Okay? Yeah, okay, cool. All right.
The gang everything culture of the 70s, you had blacks and Puerto Ricans in the same gangs.
Sir,
what are you talking about?
Sir.
You didn't live this.
There was a racism, right? And nobody was saying don't hang out with them black kids, right? None of that happened according to your funky ass. You think we gonna take just your word?
That's what I'm saying. That's what you're saying. You're saying I'm saying that. I'm not saying
you doing all this, and none of the pioneers is going around talking the way you do. It's only your stink ass, nigga. It's only you. Nobody else. Get the fuck out of here. You're the only nigga. The pioneers ain't saying nothing. Your punk, I'll tell you that. Sorry. I take it back. Your motherfucking ass is the only one. Not even the pioneers, the Latin pioneers don't even talk like that. Don't even agree with that. It's certain in most of what we're talking about. It's our culture. But
I just told you that there was violence.
You're the only dude.
I just told you that there was violence and hatred.
Come on, man.
It's the gang culture. There's blacks and Puerto Ricans in the same gangs in the 70s.
If there was that much racism, our culture, though.
What?
It's still our culture. All of that is our culture. All of it.
Culture, bro. The Puerto Rican gangs outnumbered the black gangs in the Bronx. What are you talking about?
We talking about culture.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah, so y'all outnumbered. Y'all out. Okay, yeah.
Oh my God, bro. You need to.
We talking about culture, sir. We talking about culture. Your Latin culture was not like ours. It doesn't show in your history, bro.
We're talking about
I'm talking about culture. Hip hop is black culture. What are you talking? It's the same. It's synonymous.
Believe that.
It's not believe. It's what it is.
Okay.
It's what it is.
If you say so.
If that was the case, if that was the case, it'll be happening where you at now. It would have been over there since back then.
If that was the case, it would have been happening in the South. It would have been happening in other places around the United States. It wasn't.
From North Carolina. The rapping and all that shit, that should come from the South. Where it come from? It come from Puerto Rico.
Bronx.
Where it come from?
It comes from the Bronx.
There's been rapping back then. You know this.
Know what?
And but from a black person, though, not from you. So all right, let's stay with the Bronx. Black though, sir.
Cool, man. Believe what you want to believe. Believe what you want to believe.
So
I don't even know why you had me on your show. You're not even listening. You just wanted to create a picture.
I'm only going about what I'm only going about what you're saying, sir. That's it. Your feelings is hurt.
No,
is your feelings hurt.
No, I'm not upset.
Oh, because you acting like it.
No, I'm not.
Well, look, look. Let me say this because we about to get out of here. Let me just say this to the Puerto Ricans. Let me say this real quick when y'all see this. I grew up with a lot of y'all. I'm from Brooklyn, Marlboro Projects, 28 buildings. I grew up. I got Puerto Ricans that say I love you too after a phone call. That I grew up with since 6, 7, 8 to right now. 30 plus years of knowing. This is not a hatred or something like I don't like y'all. I love a lot of y'all. But we talking about culture here. Regardless of who feels who's wrong or who's right.
We're not talking about culture. We're talking about hip-hop.
Let me speak, bro. I'm not even talking to you.
Why are you so angry? Listen, why are you so angry?
Listen, can you let me finish what I'm saying though? Then you can add on.
Very antagonistic. Why are you angry?
No.
What are you angry about?
You triggered me by you talking because you came out. It started from there,
bro. We're having a conversation.
Still, no, but hold on, but let me stay on my square though. Like I was saying to the Puerto Ricans, right? That this is not anything racial or hate, but anybody in their right mind would defend their culture. Point blank, period. It's not there's a lack of love. It's just that I'm gonna stand firm on my culture, just like anybody from anywhere on the planet is gonna stand and hold up their flag high. That's it. You take it personal, that's on you. I'm done. Now what you were saying?
No personal. No personal. It can only be your culture, specifically African American culture, foundational Black American culture. If that's the case, this is an urban subculture from the Bronx. Okay? 3 of those elements, you haven't addressed those at all. 3 of those elements are multicultural.
I did.
From the gate. You didn't speak to any of those.
I did. I spoke. I spoke with your the same people for the DJ. Like I told you, the graffiti. I'm up in the air with that. I'm not touching that. This is like the 3rd time I'm telling you, sir. Graffiti. I'm not touching graffiti. DJing. We went and we touched on that. Why you make it seem like I did not touch on it? We did, sir.
Because you keep saying it's only foundational American culture. How is that? If
I can't do it. I'm not busting my brain again. It derived from somewhere, sir. Everything is not new under the sun.
Africa.
Yes.
Yeah, we're African,
we
brother.
know that. It has nothing to do with you. You see the fuck shit? Now he's African. Y'all niggas is weird. Now, see, this is when it comes to being selective. When you want to be African or when you want to be Black. Now you want to be inclusive because now you have some African blood in you. Y'all weird. We're not going to take it. We're going to keep it moving. FBAs are Caribbeans. Now, I know you really want some help. You really want some help, Jose? I want you to make a fool out of yourself. I'm going to open the panel. I'm about to go into some videos right now. Watch where I take y'all. And I'm going to give credit where credit's due, too. But I'm going to put let me see who want to come on the panel real quick as I get these videos together. All right? And I'm going to X out this window right here with this so-called interview with this dude. And let me ask y'all a question for those who was here from the beginning. How was this I hate to say interview. I'm gonna change the title too. But how was this interview? I just say it. I mean, y'all can give me constructive criticism. Let me know what y'all thoughts are. It's fine. How do you think I handled them, or how do you feel that it went? I take all constructive criticism, but I know I did put that nigga in his place. I may had some incorrections on that one particular thing, but I think I did a swell job. But let's keep it pushing. I put that link in there. Jose, since you want to come in and talk your bullshit, jump on the panel. It's right there. But anyway, let's move along. I got to X this out. I got to X a lot of windows out. So I'm going to X this out. Now, here come another debunction. Let me play this video. So as I go along, but I had to, sweetheart. With my homegirl at Kia, I had to, love. You already know, man. No, because he played with my intelligence, talking like saying that I'm speaking like Tariq Nasheed. No, nigga, I'm speaking like me. And salute to Tariq Nasheed again. He deserved the credit when credit is due. But he is not my source of fucking information. Don't insult my intelligence like that. And I'm not gonna let it happen. So this is when I'm not gonna call him names anymore. this guy was talking about Montega and that Cuban shit. I seen this before I even interviewed him. I had all the videos queued up. I ain't have enough time to put it in there because he was bouncing all around, moving the goalposts. And fuck him. But check it out. This is the interview that he was talking about. But listen to Dizzy in the story of, I forgot the Cuban nigga name, but he identified himself as African. Let's continue now. Everybody, make sure you hit that goddamn like button. Make sure you share. Make sure you donate to the platform. Thank you, Beverly, and who else? Let me say your name real quick. Goddamn it, only 2, but hey, it is what it is, man. Let me shout y'all. Let me cue this up real quick. Well, it's taking long. Anyway, let's hear what Dizzy Gillespie saying about the how he created Montego and used a Cuban and used the drums one time, but they went on the road and did a lot of music. That same song together, they did a lot of shows in Hamilton. Thank you. But that's it. Nigga, you remember Dawson? I know I'm mad close to the mic. My bad, y'all. I know I probably sound mad loud. But do y'all remember Dawson from Street Fighter? Don't his leg stretching, arm stretch. This nigga is stretching. Nigga, I haven't said yoga stretching in a long time. This nigga yoga stretching. Trying to fit in. I'm sorry, sir. Go eat your menudo, nigga. Get the fuck out of here. Nah, let's keep it pushing.
I got the ID. I said, yeah. He said, yeah. He said, barrel, bass. He said, he played. Boom, 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 boom. Now, this is the first time in jazz that the bass player wasn't playing boom, 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 boom. This is the first time because I hadn't heard none of the bass, all the bass players were talking about boom, 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 boom. So Charles said, the bass player, first, bow, boom, 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 boom. And he said, saxophone, boom, bing, boom, bing, boom, bing, me, boom, bing, boom, bing. Right, as he talked, trombone, boom, 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 trombone, boom, 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 boom. Boom, trumpet, boom, ping, boom, ping, boom, ping, boom, ping, boom, boom. So we had this rhythm going. So now when I looked at these different parts on the thing that I'd written, I said, wait a minute now, we need something else. We need harmony, but it wasn't complete. It wasn't complete harmonically. It was just lots of rhythm, and it was going. So I say to myself, you must do something to make harmony in this. So and then I wrote this bridge. Da, 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 da. And then we took this thing that we'd written, that I'd written, to Gil Fuller. And Gil Fuller was the arranger, and we gave it to him, and he blew it up, magnificently. And
that's all. That's it. That's it. For one particular song, he used that particular sound, and that's it. If you look up the whole discography of Dizzy Gillespie, look up everything. That is not the sound. My niggas is crazy. One particular song of experimenting with music. James Brown did it with the Get Up. I gotta put you on mute. On the Give It Up or Turn It Loose. That break. Pat your hands. Stop feet. And you hear the congos. Does that describe any kind of Latin influence? Does that describe the total body of work of Dizzy Gillespie or James Brown? Absolutely not. So stop. Y'all, he's weird. He's weird. Um, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I got some more, y'all. Y'all hold the fuck tight. I ain't done. I'm not done. Peace, Mike. What's popping? All right, let me X this out. You gotta unmute yourself, Mike.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, what's good?
What's good? What's good?
Ain't shit.
Um,
Let me
I
pause
think
this.
that I think that everybody's account of what really happened is just that, an account of what happened. I don't feel like, unless it's the niggas that was actually there, I feel like it's kind of everybody kind of had their own spin on what kind of really happened. Um, as far as Puerto Ricans and being black, we already know they are partially black.
That's right.
Um, it's to me a lot of
Yeah.
this shit turn into some race shit, and that's what kind of be throwing me off a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's hard to fight for something when you're selling it, and that goes to African Americans. The reason why you don't have to never worry about basketball ever being known as nothing but a white man game is because they don't never sell it. They
Mm,
control it.
yeah. Yeah.
No matter if the best niggas that ever did it is black, they control it. The hip hop thing is different because we can say we invented it, but what do we really own from it?
Wait, hold on. I'm doing something else. God, I hear you. Let me remove that.
I said we could say we invented it, but we don't own nothing from it. We sell everything, bro. And that's why money is cool. Don't get me wrong, it's good to make money because you have to take care of your family, you have to take care of yourself, and that's cool and shit. But you selling off your rights, you selling off your likenesses, you selling off everything, and then you have no identity in the culture. And then that's why we have conversations like this. And
Right.
that shit don't be that shit ain't cool, but that's exactly what happened. You selling yourself for $1, you selling your soul for $1, you selling your invent, like, just say everybody that's ever invented something that was African American, you can tie their face to a lot of that shit, but some of that shit, if you didn't do your research, you would never be able to tie their face to it, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's what it is. I think that we've sold so much of the culture that now they don't want to tie our face to it,
Yeah, and
and no parts.
and it's for a game because that's what they're doing absolutely right now. In the like these like the government is doing this shit. They all have an agenda. These big wigs, these record execs, there's an agenda being pushed. This is why they got these Latinos in the front now. That's why they got Fat Joe out there running this fucking line. I really don't like Busta Rhymes because he was so arrogant with it. So I'll never respect him ever again in life. I don't care that he cares, but I can't fuck with him. But I this it's an agenda being pushed, and they have a machine behind it. See, that's the thing. That's why like us and true savior. I think we're gonna go to him too. He's dope. He's very intricate. So we're gonna go to him. Salute to him. He used one of my videos too with me and China Mac on his shit. Salute and shit like that. But it's a paid agenda that's pushing his narrative, to be honest. But in closing, my G, salute
I
to my
just
homie
think
though.
I just think that we just gotta stop selling ourselves short. Stop thinking about right now and think about long term. Because the reason why we in this position that we in right now is because we taking the money right now and we ain't thinking about long term. You like
That's right.
nobody else's culture is being ripped from their communities and being questioned. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying Puerto Ricans and Latinos wasn't there, because in my mind and in my heart, I believe they were. I'm not saying that. If we talking about where hip hop was derived from and who was living there in that time, of course. But I feel like, everything became about money, and less about the history, less about the culture. So you can't fight. I'm telling you, you can't fight for something more than what niggas that was actually wanting to be there is fighting for. You know what I'm saying? When you got reputable niggas up here going along with that shit, that's the problem with the hip hop game right now. You got reputable niggas co-signing bullshit.
Yeah.
That's why it won't change and be looked at in the right state of mind or frame of mind as long as you got these niggas that can be bought.
That's right.
That's it, man. And it's
black people will sell their own down the river just for some food.
Just for some. But in closing, because I know you got more of a show to do. We treat other niggas way better than we treat each other. No wonder our shit is in shambles. Look at our shit. We kill each other for dumb shit. We stand on dumb shit. We anything for $1, man. And whoever don't like it, that's just too fucking bad. But anything for $1. I've seen it too many times. We've seen it play out in politics, in life. We've seen it too many times. The Latinos have positioned themselves in a sense where are they being used? Yes, they are. But are they living a better life for being used? Yes, they are.
Yeah.
Think about it. What do you see around this motherfucker? They owning more shit. They living more freely. They getting money.
It's true. It's absolutely true. That's why black people, as much as people take from us, we need it. Like I said, we need to look at the like the Mexicans, how they took something from nothing and now they capitalizing off of that. Work hard.
They take from us
and produce.
They take from us, Mike, because we don't really fuck with us.
Exactly.
That's why.
We fuck up. Black people. We always.
I agree.
As long as it sounds good for the moment, like right on, good shit. Yeah, you got, yeah. But when it's time to do something positive, we can't do that. We can stick. Hold on. We can stick together on this narrative right here. FBAs. We can stick together on hip hop, but nothing else. That's our fucking problem. That's the problem. We very selective on how we want to back each other up on.
All we stand on is a lot of bullshit, materialistic bullshit. The newest car, the flyest clothes. This is shit that don't even really matter in the grand scheme of things. You know what I'm saying? Like life life can be as good as you want it to be if you put the effort into it.
Right.
But if you're not putting no effort into it and you expecting shit, then your life will be trash. Because you get what you put out. Nothing more, nothing less. Nobody, white man and the government, they don't, man, look, they done showed you they ain't gonna give you shit. They'll give another country billions of dollars before they give us reparations.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And you know why? Because they protecting political partnerships and friendships. They don't give a fuck about us. We don't got shit to give them. Cause they know we can give them a couple dollars and we can be on to the next.
Absolutely, man. Well said, man. I'm about to get in this shit because I can get these fucking videos out the way. I've been here too damn long anyway.
Yes, sir. Everybody in the chat, salute, Mike. One love.
All right. Peace, King. Peace to you.
Peace.
All right, let's get it rocking. So salute to my boy. Thank you, NOYB as usual. Sharon and Hamilton and Beverly. Thanks for the donation, man. All right, so we're gonna get right into it, man. So you see what it say. Let's go culture by culture. All right. Very short and sweet. I could have did I'm gonna do the 50s. I could have did the 60s. I got one for the 70s, and that's it. But I got more to play though. But let's see what they were doing in Puerto Rico. And this is a documentary. It's a documentary. So this ain't no made up shit. Documentary. Let's look.
A new era. Ancient patios resound to the strains of modern music. But time-honored customs linger on. Here is the Sayas Choriao, a centuries-old Puerto Rican country dance.
see no soul in that. No disrespect to how your culture was and how you're dancing and all that. We're not knocking that. But there's nothing that I'm seeing here. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna press play and turn on the music. Look at this. This is a documentary. This is from 1941, and mind you, around that time, still that America had some tides like in controlling here as well. All right, a little bit more. I'm not playing the whole thing.
The island a new and vital importance, in the realization of which its 2 million peace-loving people are cooperating patriotically to forestall the spread of totalitarian tyranny to the shores of the Americas, and thus to uphold the traditions of the great Latin American patriots and teachers. Of whom not the least is Deosto, illustrious Puerto Rican educator. The economic structure of Puerto Rico rests on a highly specialized agricultural system based on external trade relations. Make attractive and saleable dolls from seashells. Girls also have field projects. This senorita, a Vega Vaca, takes us into her kept papaya grove.
Now, there's nothing that shows any kind of anything. Okay? No disrespect, no nothing. Let's go back. Hold on. Let's go back real quick. We're gonna do the 50s, Puerto Rico in the 50s, and then a couple more videos. All right, but check it out now. Now we talking about style of dress, the flavor, the talking, the dancing. If this was a black documentary by now, niggas would have been on the floor dancing. Niggas would have been talking, girls laughing, all types. Come on, sir. Our shit is just too spicy, man. We are too different from everybody. Everybody has a unique, beautiful culture. We're not denying that. But you can't tell me Black American culture is not the most infectious culture on the planet. And y'all take bits and pieces and just try to claim it. No, bro. We're not doing that. Let's go back to how you were before, how you are now in your original country, in this present day. It's the total opposite, family. So this is the 1950s in Puerto Rico. So this is what they're doing. Nothing wrong with what they're doing. It's just different from what we were doing. That's what I'm trying to present here. No trying to disrespect or none of that shit. We were sharecroppers. So you know what I mean? It was slavery all over the place. So I'm not trying to come from that angle. I'm just talking about flavor. There's nothing there. Like is nothing. And it was predominantly European people there too. I mean, this mixture of the Spanish, but it was more predominantly white as well. So and the dances, it would just look. I'm just gonna leave it like that, man. Do y'all get where I'm going? Do y'all see where I'm going with this? There's nothing. Let's go. Shout out to Truth Savior. Let's go. All right, hold on. I did that. All right, let me get that out the way. Let me see. What is this? Oh yeah. Let me get this out the way. Very short and sweet. Look at what the Puerto Ricans is doing to the Black Puerto Ricans that's there. Let's not forget that, right? I'm not playing the whole thing. Very short.
You have to be with a white guy because you have to protect the race. Oh, your hair, like qué pelo malo. Ay, para ser una negra eres bastante linda. Oye, pero que negra fina. That's what it's like.
As an Afro-Latino, I've experienced all forms of racism. I've experienced racism that is very covert and passive.
Cuando uno va a solicitar trabajo, una de las cosas que terminan es el pelo. Te dicen que te tienes que peinar, pero ahora mismo yo estoy peinada.
I've also experienced direct racism. Been called racial slurs. I've been told, why do I live in a certain neighborhood?
Cuando te dicen, ¿verdad? Que eres feo. por no tener unas características semejantes a las características europeas, a las características blancas. There's also a problem about colorism. It's people of the same race with different skin colors, and they don't recognize their own privilege. A lot of white Latinos, they say, "Oh, how can I be racist? I have black in me. Oh, my great granddaddy is black." But yes, you can be racist just because you use that excuse. That does not cover up the fact you are a white person and you have privilege over black Latinos.
I definitely have felt the privilege of being white passing. I don't think I realized it when I was a kid. From probably the day that I was born, people commented on que blanquita, que pelo tan lindo, que pelo tan lacio, all of these things about my appearance. And it wasn't until later on that I noticed, wow, this is actually something that is rooted in colorism and something that is rooted in racism. And, something that might sound nice to me is actually perpetuating a system that oppresses others.
And my cousins and I would have conversations how if we had
Truth Seeker, I see you in the building. Yo, I'm telling you to email me on your one of your videos like 2 days ago. I'm gonna throw you the link right now. Salute to you, man. We definitely need to do some work. We got to give this man credit where credit is due. That's why I love people like that. And I'm not ashamed to give people credit where credit is due, because I know some people be watching my shit because I be hearing some things, and niggas don't want to give the nigga credit for nothing. It don't take nothing from what anybody got going on. You say you losing a point like this is pointless. How is that pointless? This just let you know that y'all are some tiny people. You are very selective people. You want to be black when y'all want to be. Fuck is you talking about? I know what the fuck I'm playing. You bumped your head, nigga. I'm on point. Don't because didn't you hear Derrick said that we African? Nigga, you wasn't spitting that shit earlier. You don't try to be black when you want to be to prove a point. Then once you prove your point, you back to being just total Latino again. Racist against the blackie or dark-skinned fucking Puerto Rican. Who you think? Y'all niggas ain't. Look, y'all not gonna do it. It's not on my watch. Sorry. But hold on, but you get the picture. So let me X that out. Let me go to my boy right here that's about to get on. I love the way he broke this shit down because I want to show y'all a picture right after this. I want salute to the homie True Savior. And make sure y'all go subscribe to his platform too, man. Get his numbers up. See, when you do good and don't hate on another nigga and hope a nigga get his views up and his numbers up and subscribers and all that shit, good is gonna come back. A lot of y'all niggas out here is haters for no fucking reason. 9 billion people on the planet. There's enough views for everybody, but you can't expect you out of other people, man. Let's go.
Give us. They gave us rapping, DJing, MC, fashion, dance, music. All of those things that are found in hip hop predates hip hop. And they all come from foundational Black American culture. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to play a series of clips. I'm going to try to limit my commentary. Let me see what I can do. I'm going to do it in this order. I'm going to play some
True Sailor, jump, hit that link right there.
Videos. Also, we're going to talk about vernacular, a historic.
This was well put together, bro. This one right here, well put together. Let's go, man.
Point of view of vernacular. We're going to also talk about DJing and rapping. All right. And then we're going to talk about fashion a little later. All right. So let's get it in.
let me say this real quick because I'm listening to it on my phone. I have it on another web browser. I have it on Firefox, so I can't mute my mic and you can hear it very, very clear. It's going, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm going live on my Google Chrome, so I can hear it on my phone that the sound is going in and out. So part in that, but just try to work through it. It's going to stop in a minute, but just look at the break dancing, look at the style. There's nothing, and this is from the 40s, 30s, 40s, the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and up. We see nothing on none of these other people's islands or culture. It's these motherfuckers here, Black Americans, that created all of this, and everyone is, I'm sorry, fuck, I'm gonna be sorry for it. All of y'all niggas is jealous. Plain and simple. Sorry. You know what? I'm sorry. No. Hold on. Let me. I'm sorry. I just want to see something real quick. I want to play this on here. I think you're in the building. True Savior. Peace,
Yes.
King. Don't speak yet, because I want you to speak right afterwards. All right. I'm gonna put you on mute. All right. We got True Savior in the building. Let me put it on here so you can hear everything clear, crisp. All right. I don't wanna you know what I'm saying, half-ass y'all. Let me copy this link over here. Give me a second, because I want y'all to hear this shit clearly, crisply, crisply, if that's a fucking word. All right, hold on, y'all be patient now. All right, hold on, it's loading up. All right, cool. All right, so let me do that right here. Right here. Now, remember that I told y'all earlier when I said watch that move right there, watch that spin move. Look what he was doing. That's a break dancing move. Check it out. Right here. Check this out. You see that in b-boying. That's proof. You see that? Come on.
The next two clips I'm going to play are 40s videos. At least going to talk about 40s jive talk or 40s vernacular. Some of the words are outdated, but that's not the point. The point is to demonstrate that Black people have had a history of creating new language, new slang, new words. I did a video talking about the history of the words that Black people have created over time. So I'm just using these two videos to kind of show a historical connection to the idea or to the notion that Black people have always been engaged in that. All right.
You board that A train and then you ride till you dig this number 145 Street where all the cats meet, posing on the stroll. Pops are really in there. That's the rip, that's the band's all play. It's groovy, the hep cats say. Then you know that you're in Harlem. You got to get off that A.
Keep in mind, words like hip and cool were established in the 40s. And today we still use words like hip and cool. Listen.
Well, the mail walked down the middle of the road and up to the river walked he. But the river laid his religion down and they climbed up a tall pine tree. Then they climbed way up to the top of the tree and they crawled way out on the limb. While the bear looked up all and innocently kind of licked his mouth at him.
Now, that was the Jubilaires. I'm about to bring you on right now after I play this one song. Now, you heard of Pygmy, straight from North Carolina, the Jubilaires. I think they're from North Carolina, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. But you already heard the rapping back then. Now, for those who may not know, I have a great-grandfather who was very well-known, Bill Forrester. Him and his group from the 1940s. It's already talking about job, and you can use this as well, Savior. This is my great-grandfather and his band. All right, played with Tracy McCleary, who was a legendary saxophonist. You know what I'm saying? Was around Ella Fitzgerald. So I have a nice little rich little history there. But at the end of the day, let me play y'all a little bit of this. Some of y'all heard this already. Check out the slang. This is like hood talk. This is like the fucking, I don't want to say the onyx. Just real. This is job talk, nigga. This is my great-grandfather, great-great-granddad right there. Let's get it.
Hit that jive jack, put it in your pocket till I get back. Going downtown to see a man and I ain't got time to shake her hand. Hit that jive jack, put it in your pocket till I get back. Time and tide waits for no man and I ain't got time to shake her hand. Stand on the corner, all full of jive, boy, 'cause you know that you're my boy and I'm forced to give you five. Hit that jive jack, put it in your pocket till I get back. Time and tide waits for no man and I ain't got time to shake your hand.
Now, that's just a little bit. And that's my great-grandfather. Hit that job, Jack. Put it in your pocket till I get back. Time and time waits for no man, and I ain't got time to shake your hand, nigga. You standing on a corner, you know you selling whatever you selling. I'ma slap you a $5, but I got some shit to do. I got some business to take care of downtown. I gotta catch the trolley or catch a damn horse and carriage ride or whatever, goddamn it, downtown to get some damn prune juice or something in the jar. Come back with some pig feet, knuckles, whatever the fuck, and come back. I see y'all niggas standing on the corner. This is rap back then. What is y'all niggas talking about? Anyway, rest in peace to my great-granddad, and they was called the 3 Bees and the Honey. You could Google them, you'll see a whole bunch of flyers, different flyers of them. They was well known. But let me bring homie on here real quick. True Savior, you can get on the mic, man. Peace.
Yes, sir.
I still got a little bit more. How you doing, sir? Peace.
How you doing? I'm doing good. How you doing, brother?
Man, I'm good, man. I just did an interview. I hate to call it an interview, but a little dialogue with Derrick Cologne, and I know you've been debunking him as well. What's your overall?
I know he's a trip. He challenged me on many times to do a debate, but he never accepts the truth. So I don't even bother. I just make videos. You know, it's a waste of my time to try to deal with that guy. He's very delusional. But let me say this, man. You did a good job with China Map. Okay, I just want to get that out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just like I said, he was trying. Like I said, they play those same old, you know, it's American culture, it's New York culture. They don't want to deal. You know, they don't want to deal with the truth. Is that, you know, it's a trick.
Right. Yeah, and I like the I think it's on that video I was just playing when they talking about the way of the style of dressing with DJ Fade talking about that, and I want to play that for y'all too because I want to show y'all a picture. All right. I mean, go ahead, man. The floor is yours, brother. What is it that you would like to say and all that?
Well, you know what? I did want to let you know that, like I said, I already said it, but you did a good job. Like I said, I just wanted my videos. Let me tell you what my videos are about. I want to arm people with the information to combat people like Cologne, because they all have the same type of rhetoric.
Right.
And if you can identify the kind of rhetoric they'll use, see, here's the deal. It's no question it comes from us as Black Americans. That's without question. And so the truth is on our side, so it's easier to defend it. They're coming from a place of lies. So they have to constantly move the goalposts, constantly, to try to trip you up. But you stand on what you believe and what to be the truth, and there's no way they could defeat you. And that's why whenever I do a video, he never hardly debunks my videos, because I do my research. I make sure my information is correct and it's solid. And like I said, for example, a lot of the stuff I say, I don't even have to provide documentation for it, but I do it anyway, just to prove my point that I'm not giving opinion, because everybody has opinions.
Right.
So I always like to bring some documentation, some proof. Anything that I say, I'm willing to back it up, you know. So that's basically, you know, what's going on, you know.
Absolutely, man. And like when I was having a conversation with him, he was moving the goalposts all over the place. You know what I mean? Now, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions. Then after that, you know, you can say what you say. You can give everybody a social media platform. Now, when he was talking about the DJ is concerned, the DJ, right?
Right.
And he's basically saying that they were more Latin. To me, he's saying there's more Latin influence, and they were there at the beginning. And it's instead of it being a predominantly Black American culture or thing for our DJing, he's saying that when they defined hip hop at that certain point in year of time, that it was basically created by all of us, like a mixture, instead of giving credit where credit is due. What do you say to that?
That's a total lie.
Absolutely.
There's no evidence to back that up at all. He came up with this thing. I know you probably saw some of the videos we were talking about the Discaga or whatever. I was dealing with Cologne from the very beginning, almost a year ago. He used to say this: Black people created hip hop, but Puerto Ricans helped to build it. That was his slogan. He backed away from that. I don't know what got into him, but he no longer says that. He said that this was all done together. You know, and actually he even said it doesn't even come from Black culture. How the hell he come up with that? So he really went off the cliff in his way, in the way he's thinking now. You know, but the whole DJ thing, it's clear the evidence is all out there. You know, from Brooklyn to the Bronx. You know, you're from New York, right?
That's right. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so you already know this. The evidence is there. You know, you got the Flowers of the world and the Hollywood. You know, you got all that evidence. It clearly started with us.
That's right.
And to say anything else is just a lie. You know, so I don't know.
So here's the question: why do you think he's doing that? I know the answer, but from your perspective, why you think the Latin community or a specific group, Puerto Ricans and Cubans, because Fat Joe was Cuban or whatever, Busta Rhymes, he's Jamaican and all that. Why do you think? But specifically, we talking about Puerto Ricans right now. Why do you think they're trying to, take our shine or try to claim their rightful place by undermining our contributions?
Well, I think it boils down to envy and jealousy. That's at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
For me, that's what it boils down to. I'm not putting anybody down, but when you compare the accomplishments of foundational Black Americans to any immigrant group,
That's right.
we're on the top. We're on the top, and because Puerto Ricans have lived amongst us for so long, it's a jealousy thing. They're tired of us creating this, creating that. They want to have some ownership of some of this stuff. So they feel like, hey, some of us was hanging around brothers in the 70s, so we're going to claim that now. That's what this is all about for me.
They've been around us all the time, and they see that we are the dominant, innovative people, and they're being outshined. And we're not even doing it on purpose. This is just our DNA.
We're gifted people. We're gifted people. That's the bottom. We're gifted people. That's the bottom line.
And not saying that other cultures are not gifted. We are not saying that.
I know what you're saying.
But our shit is just more infectious.
Yes,
it's more innovative. Instead of saying it's better than yours. I don't want to go there, but that's the truth.
Right. I hear
you. Just more innovative. You know what I'm saying? So and it's like I feel like they want to put their face on our culture. They'll take the culture, but they want to be the face of it.
Right. Yeah. Well, you know what? Who's helping that? As you know, the corporations are helping that as well. They're out here promoting and putting these Latinos out in front. When Amazon did that documentary about Latino hip hop, because they're trying to change it. Listen, this is the deal. I don't know if you saw that documentary. There was a part that was said in Spanish where one of the rappers actually said that yes, it's 50-50 Black Americans, but it's part of our family too. And this is a guy living in Central or South America saying,
"Oh wow!"
All because of the Puerto Ricans, they making that connection to them and saying hip hop is part of their family as well. So the whole idea is to convince these Latinos that they don't have to give us credit as Black Americans, because they're going to argue this. Well, we're just half as responsible for hip hop as you are. So why should we credit you for anything?
Exactly.
This is the goal. This is the goal.
Yeah, I did a conversation about the Kool Herc shit and his Jamaican that usually be in my chat. Salute to him. But I showed him that the toaster came from us, from their own pioneers, this and the third. So when I actually let him listen to it and see it, he's gonna tell me that nobody should take ownership of hip hop because it was derived from soul, jazz, and R&B and all that. That shit just didn't make no sense. And I said, you see, y'all, they don't want to give us credit for anything. And I had him mute, but you could see him say, why should we give you credit? You don't deserve credit. Like, you can read his lips saying that. That's how fucked up y'all motherfuckers, how low you will go to not even give us credit on no level.
That's true. It's jealousy and envy. That's all that is. Jealousy and envy. So we just got to keep telling the truth. That's it.
Hey man, I definitely appreciate you, man, because I'm about to get out of here too. Give everybody your hit me up on Instagram. All right, is it all of my description box? Hit me up like ASAP so we can click up or whatever, or chop it up or whatever.
Okay, right? What is your Instagram name?
It's All Viral Access Media.
Okay.
LLC. Put LLC.
LLC. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. All right.
Well, give everybody your social media contacts, man.
Say that again.
Give the people your social media.
I'm just on Gmail right now, and I just opened up an Instagram just a minute ago, but I'll give you my Gmail. Okay. It's True Savior, TRUTHSAVIOR, number two, and at gmail.com.
All right, gotcha.
And I
All
also, if anybody ever watched my videos, I oftentimes posted it in the comments as well. So you can even get it from there as well.
All right, man. Well, hey, man, salute. Keep up the good fucking work. Keep your foot on their necks. Don't let up. And be watching, man.
Thank you too, brother. You do the same, all right?
No doubt, man. Peace.
All right, peace.
Yeah, everybody, make sure y'all go follow him on his platform. I got a few more to play. I'm out of here in a few moments. But I want to continue to play the rest of that video, man, and then be up out of here. For those who's on Rumble, if anybody have a Rumble account, please make sure you go to rumble.com and put in Mike Larry 80. Mike Larry 80. Make sure you follow me there and all of that good stuff. And hit me on, follow me on Instagram and TikTok. All right. I'm trying to get to 1,000 so I can go live on that goddamn TikTok. All right. Where I'm at. So, and I was going to go to the interview he did with Charlie Rock, but there's no need right now. I've been here long enough. Let's continue this real quick. It's almost over anyway. It's almost over. And yeah, and y'all see that my grandfather and them, come on, they was spitting that shit, man. Already, you seen Cal Calloway of giving y'all proof. Oh, it's fucking fly. You know what I'm saying? And give you the lingo, the swag, nobody. That's why I said, talking to this fake ass doctor, I said, Black Americans have a overwhelming amount of documentation that proves we are the shit. We have archives, so much evidence to prove where this shit is created from, it started from, where everybody gets their swag, they cool from. Period. It's see, a lot of people talk in the chat and talk, but don't show proof. We need archive proof. We need visuals. We need something to prove what you're saying. Y'all just talking out the side of your neck without any substantial, tangible evidence. Y'all talk shit, but don't prove nothing.
Well, I'm sitting here long, waiting for my
Although few of them were allowed on the air, black DJs were more colorful and personality-oriented than their white counterparts. The black DJs were performers, whose antics were as entertaining as the music they played. Jack Gibson became the first black voice heard on the nation's first black-owned radio station, WERD in Atlanta. Tommy Smalls on WLIB radio in Harlem staged rhythm and blues concerts at the Apollo Theater that were the forerunner for all to come. The most renowned black DJ of the early rock and roll era was Douglas Jocko Henderson.
way up here in the stratosphere. Gotta holler mighty loud and clear. Eat to the yuck. Oh, says Jock. Back on the scene with the breakfast machine saying goop up doo. How do you do? And luckily it kind of caught on, you know. So until tomorrow Tuesday, now your ace from outer space says, look up who all through later gator got a cut.
If Humphrey Bogart were to play a DJ, he'd probably play Jocko.
Jocko Henderson had style. He had his own patois. And things that I can still repeat verbatim. It's
Jocko and back on the scene with the record machine. Correct time now, 10:19.
He was really cool, man. And I used to listen to him, and my mom said, "What are you listening to up there? You know, shut that off." You know, she was a Patty Page fan and all.
in the New York Times.
Get shit time and throws on out the door. Must be their mind. The rocketeers are lined up side by side, ready to take the most exciting ride from the earth to the moon.
Jocko and his rhyming introductions to records is one of the most easily identified influences on rap. And DJs anywhere in the country will tell you that the father of that tradition is Jocko Henderson.
Soul Finger, Agent 000.
It's the Frankie Crocker Show.
Do it, Frankie. Do it to it.
Suck it to me, mama. Say, baby, this is an album that's bound to put more dips in your hips, more cut in your strut, and more glide in your stride. If you don't dig it, you know you've got a hole in your soul. Don't eat chicken on Sunday. Push, girl. Other cats be laughing and joking. Frankie Crocker steady taking care of business, cooking and smoking. For there is no other like this soul brother, tall, tan, young, and fly. Anytime you want me, baby, I'm your guy.
Now, this is going to be the conclusion, but y'all see, did y'all see the early DJs in the rapping style? There's no footage of no Jamaican ever on this planet, ever in history, has ever did any of these things that have been done by us. Each one, you keep saying the Bronx culture. It's black culture, period, within the whole New York. Let's not get it twisted, though. It's still Black American. And we was talking the same things, okay, in New York City. But I get what you're saying, but no. All right? But Faye's about to break it down on the dress and everything. Let's continue because this is almost over.
All right, let's get into fashion. I'm going to let DJ FaZe talk about fashion in the 70s amongst the young kids.
I'm going to break it down. Let's go one. Fashion, which is clothes, right? I shopped at AJ Lester's. I wore G-Money clothes.
You know, our style is what New York, what made New York. Our style was made New York. At one time, they had nothing but like uptown style. It was like the uptowners, AJ Lester, the sneakers. We rocked it.
All right, we're gonna go with clothes. So I remember hip hop being started with marshmallows, rips, desert boots, British Walkers, Playboys, Bally's. People don't even got. All right? And that's just a little bit of the footwear. Name one Puerto Rican. Name one Puerto Rican from their culture that started that. Name one Puerto Rican from their culture that started that. So that's fashion. Okay. All right? Okay, now that's just one part of that. Let's move up. Let's move up. Okay. Levi's, Wranglers, Lee's. And y'all was breakdancing the bell bottoms.
Yeah, bell bottom Lees and all that shit, of course. Sure.
AJ's, Gabardines, alligator skins, corduroys, to name a few. Name one Puerto Rican that their culture created that. So then you want to say, oh, well, we don't know that y'all made those, right? It ain't even about making the shoe. It's about sporting the shoe. Right, and how you sport it. How you sport the shoe. Right. How you sport the pants. See? All right, so wait a minute, hold up. That's just because remember we stopped at the pants. Right. Let's go to the shirt. Mock necks, V-necks, suede pockets.
Walk around with the afros, walk around with sheepskin vests on in the summertime.
I pull up in the luxury car and I get out like this with the hat to the side.
Now, I just want to show this because when I said I'm going to show y'all a picture because he said the sheepskin. Now, my brothers, they was born like I think I gotta ask him. I think it was like the late '60s, early '70s. One of them. I think it was like '67, some shit like that. I gotta ask, but I want to show y'all this picture real quick. Let me show y'all this picture. Check it out. This is back then. All right. I definitely don't want to get on camera, but you see that picture? That's my older brother on the left. That's Bug that passed away. That's my boy. God bless his soul. And this is my brother here on the right. You see they got the fucking sheepskin on, but the hat to match. The jacket and hat to match. Y'all see that? Y'all see that? Do y'all see that? All right. So with that being said, y'all niggas style since back then. Were y'all like that? Y'all gotta really stop. Y'all have to stop. Salute to homie for the great work he has done putting this shit together. I'm gonna play the little rest of it and then I'm out. This is it. I think I did enough. That's right. Facts over feelings. Let's keep it pushing. And then y'all see they had the hat to match, the sheepskin joint. And they was little. They're not even fucking 10 yet. Get the fuck up out of here, y'all. I ain't even gonna disrespect you. Get out of here.
All right? That's the beginning, the creation. Name one Puerto Rican that created that style of rocking that.
What time frame are you talking?
I'm talking about 71 because they all go back to say, oh, break it didn't start in 71. Break it didn't start oh no. So they're trying to.
If you don't already know who Dapper Dan is, you maybe just got a slice of several things that make this man tick. He's a visionary and a scholar of history, and he knows that representation matters. He grew up in Harlem in the 40s and the 50s and became a gambling prodigy, earning thousands of dollars as a kid. He got involved with drugs as a teenager and briefly went to prison. But when he got out, he pivoted hard, and he opened his namesake store in Harlem in 1982. When the FBI shut down his store in the 90s, he disappeared from the public eye for some time. For over 5 decades, he's poured the inspiration and sights and sounds of Harlem corners into clothing, which hustlers wore, and famous rappers. He was known for bootlegging the logos off big-name brands like Gucci, but then they famously ripped him off. Rather than getting angry, he got more than even. He struck a deal. So let's do it. Here's my conversation with the legend, the great Dapper Dan.
All of us out there that didn't know, that forgot, or just didn't care, sneaker culture is Black culture. Buckle up, guys. We're going to have a short history lesson. The sneaker began life in the 19th century as a multi-purpose rubber-soled casual shoe designed for activities like playing croquet and beach walks. The name first appeared around mid-century, but wasn't until sports like basketball developed that the sneaker found its 20th century athletic vocation, and its marketing developed along with the sport. The Black connection to basketball dates back to the turn of the 20th century. Like baseball, the relatively young sport became associated with racial uplift, and basketball teams formed at historically Black colleges even before the First World War. The first Black professional teams, the Globetrotters and Renaissance in New York, emerged in the 1920s. When the sport began to integrate in the 1950s, the legacy of these teams, along with the pioneering work of a few legendary Black college players and coaches, formed the basis of the coming Black domination of basketball. By the end of the 1960s, the majority of the players in the NBA were Black. The sneaker companies figured out that by offering distinct models and linking their shoes to well-liked players, they could radically expand sales. The idea started with signature shoes for a handful of players and took off from there. It was the old celebrity endorsement, but better, because it implied a link between the shoe and the athlete's performance. Back to sneakers. Though honestly, the stories of sneakers and Beats by Dre headphones are pretty similar. New and more elaborate basketball sneakers had practical appeal. They had masculine appeal. And they had, already, Black cultural appeal since so many of the players were Black. In 1986, Run DMC inaugurated a long tradition of rap songs about sneakers with an ode to the Adidas Superstar, a shell-top sneaker worn at one point in the 70s by around 75% of basketball players. For years, the rap group had worn Superstars at their concerts, unlaced and with the tongues pulled out, a look inspired by prison footwear. Nike marketed its Air Jordans, first released in 1985, with a series of ads linking the shoes directly to the basketball greats' athletic prowess and to Black youth culture. Some of them also starred Spike Lee, who reprised his role as Nick's worshipping Mars Blackman from the movie She's Gotta Have It. In an essay from the mid-90s, Michael Eric Dyson runs down the associations that Michael Jordan had at the time for men in the Black community, both as a Black male icon and as an object of veneration in the broader culture. He writes, "The sneaker reflects at once the projection and stylization of Black urban realities linked in our contemporary historical moment to rap culture and the underground political economy of crack, and reigns as the universal icon for the culture of consumption. The sneaker symbolizes the ingenious manner in which Black cultural nuances of cool, hip, and chic have influenced the broader American cultural landscape. It was Black street culture that influenced sneaker companies' aggressive invasion of the Black juvenile market." This is how sneaker culture became associated with young Black men, even though young Black men are far from the only ones to wear sneakers. Now, the fact is, Black culture is in all cultures. It's in our music, it's in our clothes, it's in our movies, it's in our memes, and without a doubt, it's in our sneakers. So whether you wear your shoes for sports, for work, for play, or just to flex on some nerds, every time you put on any sneaker, remember that Black culture and Black excellence is largely responsible for why that sneaker or sneaker brand is successful.
Now, I've been here long enough, and he goes into the Zook suits and all that stuff. Make sure y'all go follow him though on Truth Savior right there. All right, make sure y'all subscribe to the platform, man. All right, I've been here long enough. Only thing I just want to say and add, what happened here? I just want to say, this has been a long live. I haven't done a live like this in a long time, and I'm not doing this shit again. But hopefully y'all was entertained. Hopefully y'all share this video. Thanks for the donations. Make sure y'all hit the like button before y'all bounce. It don't matter. You know what? No, I'm gonna end with my introduction I read to the fake Dr. Galone when I interviewed him. Let me see if I can still find it. Did I throw it away? I think I. Hold on. It's really good. It's really good. Did I throw it away? I don't. Wait. Hold on. I'm trying to get it right. Oh, I got it right here. This is how I'm going to end this live stream. All right. Is it jealousy that a group of people that has been enslaved, beaten, lynched, etc., we know that shit, and still managed to overcome and be the most dominated culture that impacts the planet? Therefore, our accomplishments as a culture is better than theirs. Is it jealousy? Y'all let me know y'all thoughts in the comment section. That's all I got to fucking say. Jose, you are chewing on a pencil right now. Something is wrong with you, bro. You are eating on pencils and swallowing it. I'm out, y'all. Peace.